you don't like my politics, don't buy my book. Don't read them. And if you don't like my politics, don't buy my book. Don't read them. Girls read comics. Girls have always read comics. Problem solved. White boys, comic book reader. Don't buy my book. Don't buy my book. I literally can't even think. We can have a little conference on that. Would you please get your politics out of my comic books? Don't read them. What comic books are you reading? What comic books are you reading? Would you please get your politics out of my comic books? Don't read them. What comic books are you reading? What comic books are you reading? Comic book reader. Comic book reader. May I curse? White boys, don't read them.
I have an important message for you. You did it. I'm super proud of you.
Yay!
You did it!
Yay!
There is nothing inherently masculine of heroism. There's nothing inherently masculine heroism. Girls read comics. Girls have always read comics. Problem solved. Magic!
Yay!
Yay!
You did it!
Yay!
Indisputable truth.
So don't.
New from All Caps Comics, Snowman, A Cold Day in Hell. The victim of a genocidal massacre has somehow returned from the dead and is carving a path of death across the heart of America. Driven by the echoes of silent screams, this is the story of a man once known as Black Dog, the one now forever known as the Snowman. Snowman, A Cold Day in Hell, back it today, only on Indiegogo.
New from All Caps Comics. Wait, what? Creed Reimaginary. Desperate for material for his new comic and to escape the dread of high school life, 17-year-old comic book creator Mark Farley returns to the dream world once more, only to find that in his absence, a mysterious entity has plunged the world of dreams into despair and darkness. Bands of marauding skeezicks scour the land, enslaving its inhabitants and forcing them to dig for the Dream Stone, a relic which grants the ultimate power of creation and destruction. Creed Reimaginary. Back it today only on Indiegogo.
Welcome to Comic Artist Pro Secrets. You're here with me, your Uncle Ethan Van Sciver, world's most charming, disarming, elegant, eloquent, and yet humble man, great big Gina Carano fan, trusted member of what's left of the media. We are the media now, aren't we, my friends? How are you? Great to be among you. I'm exhausted. I'm not getting enough sleep. I had to stay up all night. I'm working on stuff. I'm working on all kinds of craziness. Like at 11 o'clock, 11 a.m., Andrea was like, okay, we've got all this mail that needs to go to the post office. I mean, you guys are ordering Cyberfrog comics from our eBay store. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Andrea bundles it all up. You guys are ordering sketch trading cards from our eBay store. Andrea bundles all those up, packages them and everything. And then I'm supposed to drive all this stuff over to the post office and leave it on the loading dock. I know some people say, hey, they'll come pick it up. They don't like to. They go, we can't do it today. Can we do it tomorrow? No. Everything has to go out now. Well, I'm not going to make you guys wait another day unnecessarily. That's not what we do around here. So anyway, I said, let me just sleep, please, for a little bit. We'll wake up around 4. And she goes, well, Ava's picture day at school is tomorrow. And she doesn't have anything decent to wear. Like, this is the thing. I always say this. Andrea wants to go shopping for Ava at like Oshkosh Bagosh. Like it's like the cheapest clothes possible because she just ruins them. I mean, kids they grow out of them so fast, and Ava's out there playing in the backyard. So, she's ruining and outgrowing clothes so quickly. This kid is so tall. So it's like when picture day comes around, what is Ava going to wear? And it's like, we have to go somewhere nice to get her a nice dress or something like that. So anyway, I said, I'll do all of that at once. I'm a Superman. I am like a knight in shining armor for you. I'm your hero. But just let me sleep. So from 11 until 4, and then she comes in like, can we go now? I'm like, yeah, okay. All right. She wakes me up out of a sound sleep, and I do that. I go, oh my God, I forgot I existed. It was so nice. You ever like fall asleep and like wake up when you shouldn't, like it's too soon to wake up, or gets woken up with a startle? Somebody goes, hey, wake up. And you're just like, oh my God, for a second, I forgot I existed. It could have been the year 1891 before I existed. That's how much I didn't exist in that moment. And now you just woke my brain up. So I ran out. We ran all those errands, did a little grocery shopping. I bought a baggie of fried chickens, and I ate those fried chickens. Really, really nice. Got a nice new thing of bourbon. And here I am. I have not slept enough. I've gotten 4 hours of sleep. But even still, I've got to join you guys. I've got to talk to you guys. This channel is still under assault by Weirdo Raylos. This is the Death Star, except it's not soy. This is the Death Star right here. And Raylos, but it's the opposite. It's the other way around. Somehow it's the Death Star, but we're the good guys. So it's like we're the Life Star. And they are like little X-Wings, but they're not. They're more like parasitic gnats that are flying all around our Life Star. We have a death ray, that can destroy entire planets, but we only want to use it for peaceful purposes. We only want to destroy entire planets out of love, if possible. That's everything that we do is positive. That's right. We are the good empire. Thank you for thank you for pointing that out. And so, this channel is very much under assault. These weird women who are unmarried. I keep saying to them, and they keep making fun of it and going, he says we need husbands. Ladies, you may not realize it now. You're in your 20s and you stink of cat piss. Please reorient yourselves towards marriage. It's going to hit the wall. It's going to hit the wall. You need to not be husbandless. And I'm telling you something, when you have husbands, they'll find something for you to do. They will find something for you to do. There's always too much to do. When you're a responsible adult, there's too much to do. And that's why I started out this live stream explaining my agenda. I am an incredibly responsible adult and have way too much to do. Look at me. I dress like a 14-year-old, but I am a responsible adult. Anyway, they're attacking this channel. They're mass flagging it. They don't like that I said one time, I said, you know what? If Ray Fisher was my kid, I'd put him in a trebuchet and fling him into a wall of spikes. I said if he was my kid. I didn't say he's not my kid. Let me discipline my children my own way. He's not my kid, so obviously I'm not going to do that. You ladies have to learn to take a joke every now and then. As the great Milo Yiannopoulos once said, if you could take it. All right, never mind. You can take a joke. Anyway, they're flagging this channel over that. Like maybe that was a horrible thing to say. And maybe I will get a strike, but I haven't gotten a strike yet. Umbrella Guy did say, just take down your live stream so they have less to pick at. So I did. I privated a lot. I don't think I got all of them, but I privated a lot of live streams. Those of you who are like, where are your live streams? They're over my Odyssey channel. And you guys are saying, what you should do is, put your live streams on a secondary channel. Yeah, I will, over on Odyssey. So you guys, can see my live streams over there in bulk, complete, unaltered, uncensored, complete with, a myriad of trebuchet jokes and Tommy gun jokes. Welcome, everyone. Burning Beard is here. He says, at the end of the day, Woke Flake's gonna woke. We got your back. Yeah, I think I think they saw some live streams come down and they're like, is it working? No, I mean, maybe it is. I don't know if it is or not. Honestly, nothing's happened so far, as far as I can tell. Let me just look real quick here and check out the channel dashboard here. Channel violations, active community guidelines strikes, warning. So there are no strikes on my channel. None. This is a copyright claim. Whenever I play like a song, the Rob Zombie song, Rob Zombie gets all of the money for that song, which is actually gets all of the money for whatever ad revenue appears on these live streams, which is pretty cool. Channel analytics. Look at this. 1,049 new subscribers in the last 28 days. And they all came in the last 3 days too. That's the great thing. Like, you guys, thank you. This channel has kind of grown quite a little bit. Channel growth on, Comicsgate channels tend to be kind of slow because there aren't that many people reading comics in the first place. And then people reading comics that are like, that the percentage of people reading comics that are like, hey, this is soy. That's just a percentage of that percentage, or a percentage of the whole, which is a percentage of the population. So this channel is growing relatively fast for an exclusively Comicsgate channel. And thank you. Thank you so much. So let's see what happens. I can't promise anything. I wake up in the morning and I look at my phone and I go, have I been struck? Did they succeed in taking down this channel? They might. So, until then, we have each other. And that's a good thing. I can't. I always tell Andrea, like whenever Andrea is worried about anything, I go, and this is good advice for you guys too. It's a good way of managing anxiety or stress. And so many of us have anxiety and stress all the time. There are some things you can do something about, and there are other things that you can't do anything about. And the things that you can't do anything about, you have to leave to God. Okay. So if it's out of your hands, if it's out of your control, if you've done everything that you can possibly do, and the fate of whatever is not within your control, it's up to God. Just let it go and don't worry about it. And then worry about the things that you can control. And when you actually focus solely on the things that you have control of, like getting the comics to you guys, working on Wrecked Planet, working on Cyberfrog, then you guys don't have to do that. I have to do that. You guys can figure out what you need to work on. But when you focus all of your energy on things like that, you'll be much happier and much more successful and live a stress-free life. This is my Patreon. This will probably also come down. They're mass flagging my Patreon. But until then, hold on. Let me back up a little bit and just show you. Front screen of my Patreon. Hi, Ethan Van Sciver's All Caps Comics. Thank you. So this is just my screen. You guys never get to see this, but I don't mind showing you. We've got 403 active patrons. We're now making almost $2,200. This is what my Patreon does. I actually show you guys behind the scenes stuff. This is a report about the progress of all of the campaigns that I'm working on right now. I work with some pretty good, I have a pretty good team in production that helps me get this stuff done. So this is the last update. And then in red is the new update. So it's like warts and all, Frogapalooza and Coloring Book on the Water. ETA for U.S. arrival at New York Port is around March 15th. So that was last week. It should take 5 to 7 days to offload and clear customs. So I was thinking maybe like it would clear customs by today. The vessel is now arriving at Florida on 3 delays. Stop, please. Sticky Tongue isn't going to be done until April 15th. Lanyard production is completed, awaiting shipping detail. All right, the lanyards, the glow-in-the-dark lanyards are done, and we're going to get those shipped here. They're going to ship with the trading card binders. Nice. So we'll get the trading card binders all and the lanyards all in one package. Drawstring bag that I want to add. These things aren't that important to me, but the vendor has been slow. Okay, guys, the vendor, Get with it. PVC figures. First shipment on the water ETA arrival in New York port is 3/17, 5 to 7 days. All right, 3/22 vessel now arriving at port on Wednesday. So all of the PVC toys will be in America on Wednesday, and then they're going to have to go through this. It doesn't matter. This is wrecked planet stuff, so I'm mostly concerned about getting warts and all in. And this trading cards, proof scheduled to arrive tomorrow. That's what they said. Now here we go. We ran through all of this stuff. 3/22 laminating and cutting early this week. Finally, the trading cards should be ready to ship by the end of the week. So this is my commentary. Waiting drives me crazy. I've got so many things being made, and it always takes longer than I expect. So I get updates like this. The Reds are today's updates. I got a great team managing all these projects with me. They're on top of it all, but delays happen. It's just inevitable. So anyway, I keep you guys all updated on my Patreon. Every single day, I show you what we're up to. I show you, for example, the Heather Swain PVC that is being worked on right now. That booty, though, look at these beautiful sculpt on these jeans. Hold on, let me blow this up. This is my sculptor is working based on the drawing of young Heather from Cyberfrog Blood Honey. So he's actually copying everything about it. Like, he's got every rip in her jeans that I drew properly. He's working on sculpting her purple denim jacket up here. How cool would it be if she was wearing, I can't do it. Maybe I could do a shirt that looks like it says Tool, but it says something else. I don't know, Fool or something. No, shouldn't say Fool. Let me think about it for a little while. Toad or something. But yeah, we're going to put her in a nice black t-shirt with a rock slogan on it or something like that. But this is, I just look at this and I'm like, this is awesome. This is great sculpting. The Heather Swain PVC toy for Cyberfrog 3 is well underway. And of course, if you're on my Patreon, you already know this. You are seeing progress reports and pictures every single day. All right, let me see what you guys are talking about here. Let me spend a little time with you. We got Roger H., who sends me a super sticker. Thank you, sir. John Branson says, so I'm a subscriber. Are Patreon backers better than us? No, just different. You guys I love you all. Different, better benefits? I don't get it. Okay, so being a Patreon subscriber just means you have access to me on another platform. I don't, Patreon is basically where I show photos of production. Sometimes I'll show half-finished drawings, things that I don't put on eBay for the most, or not on eBay, on Twitter for the most part. Getting all my platforms mixed up. On Twitter, I show finished things usually, like here's a finished cover, here's the colors. On Patreon, you get to see all the in-between stuff, and I try to post there every single day. Other benefits are the John Malin sketch cards. Patreon backers got first dibs on the John Malin sketch cards. And what else? Oh, and you get there's a set of Patreon trading cards, promo cards that are coming. Limited only to patrons. So, I'm making 2,000 of each of the Patreon cards. And that is it. If you're not on Patreon, you don't get this. But again, Patreon, they're attacking my Patreon. Maybe it'll go away. I don't really know. Let me see here. We'll find out. Who cares? It's going to be funny no matter what. Lombardi says, mass flagging. When EVS live streams, the only case you should open up is a case of beer. And I am. Good. Cheers. Vault Cobalt says, we got your back, EVS. Also, check out the Havoc mailing list on Indiegogo. Time's running out to sign up and get the exclusive Donald DeLay trading card. All right. Come on. Okay, I read that one just now. Let me see. Scrolling down. I miss scrolling down. Kamikaze says, so they campaigned just to get called toxic. SNYDER fans, how do you guys do it? Oh, I'm telling you guys. Well, here's the thing. There's a red pill. Remember the phrase red pill? There's a red pill moment that hopefully happened here. You want to think that, after putting in all of this energy to Hollywood, to giving these people who hate you your time and your energy, your excitement, your enthusiasm, and most importantly, your money, to see them spit on your face and tell you that you are toxic and that you are a problem and they don't want to be associated with you. Hopefully people woke up after that. That's what I would like to think. A lot of people might be involved in the culture war as it is. and just think that it's just fun. It's just for play, and that it's not real, but it is very real. It's startling. It's amazing how real it is. Right now, we're looking at a bunch of crazy women, feminists. Let me make this clear. These are cat piss stinking feminists, like radical feminists, not even regular feminists. Regular feminists who are just like, hey, women should have the same opportunities as men. I agree. Equal to men in some ways, not in every way, ladies, please. Regular feminists, sure. Radical, crazy, don't need no man, feminists. Ew. That's all I want to say. I'm like, wait, I'm trying to find the words. Ew. They are actively trying to make it seem, using fake numbers, fake media analyzation, that anybody who doesn't like Star Wars is a Nazi. I've never seen anything like this before. I saw a whole chart. I don't know if I want to pull it up now, but there's a whole chart that's starts with Steve Bannon at the top. What, Steve Bannon? Why are we still talking about Steve Bannon anyway? Steve Bannon was like in the Trump administration like 5 years ago and was dismissed. Why are we still talking? Why are they still afraid of him? I don't understand. And I've never met him. I don't associate with him, but there's a chart that kind of goes down. It's like a family tree of how Steve Bannon's alt-right radicalism infects Star Wars. And it eventually comes down to me, like I am part of, and there's a picture of my face and it's circled in red. And you go, why is it circled in red? And there's a little, thing at the bottom that says, if it's circled in red, they spread hate about Star Wars. That is the world we live in. You're letting crazy, cat piss stinking radical feminists, who should be seeking husbands and not trouble on the internet, tell people that they're, according to their data analyzation, people who hate Star Wars are alt-right, radicals, crazy. I just don't like Star Wars, and I found a nice community I don't like Disney Star Wars. I think Disney Star Wars is terrible. And I found a nice community on the internet where I can laugh about it with friends publicly. It's fun. That's all. That's all it is. That to them needs to be stopped. They need to stop that for some reason. I don't understand. Max Santiago goes, comics will be $6. Time to strike ye. What do you mean time to strike? Time to strike like a Cobra or time to pick it? What do you, comics right now, Batman, DC Comics have hit $6. It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. Joseph Ippolito says, you're on par with Alex Jones, apparently. Yeah, they put me on the same level as Alex Jones, which is, again, I guess, thank you. That's nice of you to say. Alex Jones, although he has said some stuff that in fact, almost everything Alex Jones has said, I've been like, not really in accord with. Okay. At least that I've seen. I don't really watch Alex Jones religiously, but I'm pretty sure they aren't turning the frogs gay. I want to say that I disagree with the idea that there are chemicals in the water that are turning frogs homosexual. That's the first place where we diverge in views. Anyway, nevertheless, he's extremely popular and people really like him. He's got a platform that is enviable. Thanks. I don't see myself anywhere near his level, but you know what I think it is? I think it's that they put me on that level because obviously they wanted to platform me as much as they wanted to platform him. Like that, I'm not as important to him in terms of my stature, but in terms of how big a target I am to Raylos. Raylos only care so much about Alex Jones, but they care a lot about me. All right, here we go. Jimmy Owen says, I love you, EBS. You make my bad days better. People call you Pie Man, and I want to defend you. And then you say pie chart by accident. A flow chart is what I meant. I think I meant to say a flow chart. Like I said, I've only gotten a few hours of sleep, and I'm like, I got some messages from people who were like, we need to know that you're okay. You need to live stream. And I'm like, I'm okay. Okay, I'll live stream. You're going to get a very drowsy Uncle Ethan trying to talk to you guys and put on a little bit of a show. But yeah, I need to sleep. Lord Sandwich says, if you want to be controversial, check out The Company Men by Kimo Sabi. Okay. Alex Jones is a bigger windbag than you are, Ethan. So Spike and Madness. I'll work on it, though. You know, I have potential. I have potential to become a bigger fat jersey windbag, you know, than Alex Jones. Freudian slip. It's a pie chart. Everything is pie. I went grocery shopping today. I did not buy any pies at all. No pies. All right. So in any case, here's the problem. The problem is that a percentage of us still think we're still under the illusion that we can fix this. You know, part of the problem with Comicsgate was that we thought that our opinions mattered to activists and activists within corporations, activists that were being shielded by corporations while they were, feeding off of their hosts. It soon became clear that they just didn't care, you know. It didn't make any sense to us for a long time. We had to learn what this phenomenon was. Now we've pretty much got it nailed. I think we understand what SJWs are and what they do, and it's important that other people learn. I've said a few times that we still need people doing what Zach is doing. I mean, diversity in comics matter with your boy Zach. We still need people who are doing that. People who are doing what Yellow Flash is doing and Umbrella Guy. We still need the quartering. You know, these people are out there talking about this every single day and educating more and more people to how dangerous social justice parasites are. And, that's important, even though my strategy is to work on independent comics and building up a separate industry. That's my goal. My goal is to just make it so that, well, we get to have our say too. And by the way, I don't care what they do anymore. Me personally, I don't care about the Snyder cut. I don't care. I'm happy with it academically in the sense that the fans were able to demand something and a big studio caved to their demands. And I'm still not quite sure why that happened, but maybe we'll learn something from this article. So I like that. I like the idea that the fans said, no, you're mistreating us. We want this. And the corporations actually bent. But at the same time, while they bent to the fans, they gave them a nice kick in the nuts while they did it. Warner Media boss and SARNOFF condemns quote unquote toxic Snyder Cut fans. Forgets that Warner Media promotes defunding the police and ending families. So this is like, hey, you guys are toxic too. That's implicit. I don't think you need to. This is like, oh, by the way, you're a jerk too. All right. Warner Media CEO and SARNOFF recently condemned toxic Snyder fans. Look at this. I like this dark side here. I am dark side. In an interview with Variety discussing Zack Snyder's Justice League and the future of DC films, Variety's Brent Lang said, there's also been a toxic side to the... Hold on a second. There's also been a toxic side to the fandom, with reports that critics and some of your executives have received threats for not endorsing the Snyder Cut. Everything is like, I've received threats. I need to see these threats. I need to actually see threats. This drives me insane. I actually do receive threats. Where's my article? I got people saying, I'm going to come over your house and punch you in the face. I'm going to shoot you in the face. If I see you, I'm going to kill you. If you appear at this convention, I am going to maim you so that you cannot draw anymore. I actually do receive threats. And And I show them to you. For the most part, I show them to you. I'm getting all these weird emails from creeps who are just like, it's going to get worse, Ethan. We're on you like white on rice. I'm like, okay, I get all this stuff and I've been getting it for like 3 years. These people actually send me emails where they're fantasizing about making Andrea divorce me. You're going to get divorced again. We're going to see to it. Oh, okay. I'm like, Andrea, they're going to get you to divorce me. She's like, oh. No. I mean, it is so personal and it is so insane and it is so invasive and it is so evil. And then I just hear this. There have been some reports that some of your executives have received threats for not endorsing the Snyder Cut or for being perceived as standing in the way of its release. What's your reaction to that behavior? My reaction, I would say, please, I want to see those threats. I want to see them. SARNOFF responded stating, we're not tolerating any of that. That behavior is reprehensible no matter what franchise you're talking about or what business you're talking about. It's completely unacceptable. She continued, I'm very disappointed in the fans that have chosen to go to that negative place with regard to DC. That's your fault. If the fans are negative and that negative about DC Comics and what you're doing, DC Films, that's your fault. That's not their fault. You don't have to be disappointed in them. Be disappointed in yourself. You're losing them. You're losing them. You're losing the fans. Oh, it's their fault. Here's what happens. We go in there. We inherit a beloved franchise. Superman, the Justice League, Batman, Wonder Woman. We shit it all up and make it toxic. The fans begin to leave. And then we chastise the fans. We tell the fans that they need to change. You have displeased us. Can you imagine that? Again, everything can be boiled down to hot dog stand. You are a hot dog stand. And I want you to just put all this stuff in those terms. I want you to think about what that would be like. You open up a hot dog stand. You're selling, somebody else, you buy somebody else's hot dog stand. That person was selling delicious hot dogs for so many years. And then you take it over and you just fill it with rat shit and cyanide. And they go, hey, this stuff sucks. We're not going to buy it anymore. And you yell at them. You guys need to change. You guys need to develop a taste for rat fecal matter and rat poison. You guys need to adjust your palate. That's all this is. They're complaining to you. They're saying, stop it. We like this stuff, and you guys are fucking it up. We're really disappointed in the fans that you have gone that negative with regards to our place, with regard to some of our executives. Some of your executives are a-holes. Some of your creative people are a-holes. It's just disappointing because we want this to be a safe place to be. Everything needs to be safe all the time. We want this place to be safe. Safe means without criticism. Safe means we want to be able to operate and do what we're doing, which is to ruin the things that you love without criticism. We need it to be safe. We don't want to hear you. Dark side again. Warner Media CEO went on. We want DC to be a fandom that feels safe and inclusive. But these fans are toxic. We don't want to include them. We have to disavow geeks and gamers. I'm sorry. But I have Chinese kids and, how is that safe or inclusive? You had Zack Snyder go on the Geeks and Gamers show for a charity and just publicly disassociate himself from them, which is, I understand the reasons why now. But then in the same breath, relate, what they do to hatred and then imply that they have some association with or responsibility for massage parlor incidents. How is that safe or inclusive? You've just put a big target on them. So it's going to be safe and inclusive when what? When we can no longer speak, when we can no longer complain. Why don't you just open your ears? You have 2 ears and 1 mouth. God made it that way for a reason. 2 ears and 1 mouth. If I had 2 mouths, I could eat 2 pies at once. And not have to, in 1 ear, and I wouldn't have to listen. I'd have to listen to half of the criticism. I like that better. We want people to be able to speak up for the things that they love, but we don't want it to be a culture of canceling things that any small faction isn't happy with. At least there's a statement there denouncing cancel culture. Appreciate that, Ann. Now aim that exactly where it belongs. Aim that statement about culture of canceling things that any small faction, Raylos, isn't happy with. We have fun here. We get people here who want to just laugh at this stuff and have a good time. we're fully aware that social justice warriors are going to completely ruin everything that we grew up with. We can do one of two things. We can laugh or cry. Well, I guess we could do both. Can we laugh and cry at the same time? I don't know. But we're choosing to laugh about it. We're choosing to create a community laughing at what's going on here. And there is a culture of canceling. Small faction of weird Raylos. Raylos again. Mostly young ladies who, mostly young ladies. Well, here's what they do. Raylos have doxed Adam Driver and his wife, Joanne Tucker. These nuts are called Davers. Okay, so these aren't even Raylos. These are real IRL Raylos called Davers. And they want Adam Driver and Daisy Ridley, you spelled that wrong, Data Eraser, I should correct that, to be a couple in real life. They've been stalking the Drivers and posting nasty stuff about Joanne and their baby dying and hoping that they'll separate. So let me take a look at this here. Oh my God. There's some interaction here. What is all this? For one thing, they've not been seen in public very much anymore. Oh, they're fantasizing. They're fantasizing here. These crazy cat ladies that maybe Adam Driver and his wife got a divorce. They're not really being seen in public much together anymore. When they are, they're not affectionate and they hardly even interact. And if you're a complete stalker and look them up, they have different addresses. At least Joanne has an additional current address and Adam does not share in common. Furthermore, you lie about not having a baby for an entire year. It's very likely you would lie about something like a divorce as well. Now, there's also something. They've been living in different apartments for months, everyone. They're doing research on Adam Driver and I guess the I don't even know if they're married. I think they're married. I guess they are married. Adam Driver and his wife finding their addresses and they're doxing them. They're doxing them. Here they are. Look at this. Whoops, Joanne. That's Adam Driver's son. Oops, Joanne. Oh, Joanne is Adam Driver's wife. I'm sorry. Left that window little Johnny is so fond of wide open. Oh no, little Johnny's dead. Adam is so happy. I hope Joanne gets arrested for child endangerment after little Johnny jumps. Blonde bastard goes splat. Look at this. This is disgusting. His little noggin cracks open like an egg and his brains ooze out onto the sidewalk. This is their child. This is their child. This is being written by the same people, same group of people who are trying to deplatform me right off of YouTube right now. He said some really awful things. He said some terrible things. He doesn't deserve a platform. Does Joanne cry? Is she capable of feeling anything? Maybe jealousy towards her husband, but that's it. I'm talking about this. Look at this. Here's Adam Driver with his wife. They've scribbled his wife out. They go, let me just scribble her out. Do you understand? When I say these women are crazy, I'm not kidding. I'm not just saying that because I am a misogynist. I am not a misogynist. I just don't like crazy feminists. These people are crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy weirdo SJWs. They've also been stalking Driver and Tucker's family. Approached them at some, what is this? AITAF? I don't know what that stands for yet. It'll probably hit me later. And even stalk their hairstylists on Instagram. Quote, Joanne Tucker must die type stuff is all over 4chan. To be fair, most Raylos aren't on board with this. Here we go. Here's your beautiful Joanne people. Look close on your fucking beer goggles. This chick is old and hideous. Adam Driver could do so much better. Hashtag Joanne Tucker, the hideousness. That dress make her hips look huge. I think we all know what her New Year's resolution is going to be. They hate his wife. People ask, well, why do they hate his wife? They hate his wife because their entire sexual fantasy, their existences are based around Adam Driver, the guy who played Kylo Ren in Star Wars, in real life, getting together with and coupling with Daisy Ridley, who played Rey in Star Wars. The problem with that is, although I believe Daisy Ridley is still single, she's got a boyfriend, Adam Driver is very much married with a kid. So these crazy women fantasize about the wife and his child dying so that it would free up Adam Driver to be able to be in a relationship with Daisy Ridley. This is disgusting. I can't even tell you how disgusting this is. Imagine living with this because you were in Star Wars. You know, imagine living with this. Imagine living with people finding out where you live, understanding that you have a kid, knowing your wife. Joanne Tucker Must Die is my favorite movie. Look at this. I can't even say Joanne seriously needs to commit. Joanne Tucker supports ISIS. LOL. Joanne Tucker should do PSAs on the importance of wearing sunscreen. This woman is 35 and looks like Robert Redford in drag. It just goes on and on. It is incredible, incredible hatefulness. Look, stalking, doxing. Joanne's in Bermuda. Look, here's the thing that they do too. This is a complete SJW trait, is when they'll take a letter out of your name and replace it with an asterisk so that everybody who knows, you and what you're talking about can recognize who you mean, but you are, this person cannot search their own name. These tweets are not searchable. You can't search for Joanne and get, a response because she put an asterisk there. Joanne's in Bermuda on vacation while Adam's getting ready for award season. So they are not together. This is just abuse. A mountain of evidence on Lucasfilm's precious new 18 to 24 female fan demographic misbehaving. It'll never be reported. Yet the media wrote 1,100 articles about toxic Star Wars fans harassed Kelly Marie Tran with zero evidence. Only one Instagram comment exists for proof. Here's the only thing. This one, Kelly Marie Tran had an Instagram. This is the one bit of evidence that Kelly Marie Tran was harassed on social media. It's not even that bad. Your character is the worst. Shut the fuck up like you can do better, somebody says to this person who is critical. Look at this. Why did you kiss Finn without consent? That's sexual harassment. This is what they showed around to prove that Kelly Marie Tran was being abused on social media. Your character is just the worst. I kind of agree. I don't think, Kelly Marie Tran should take that personally. Rose Tico was an awful character. Kelly Marie Tran, from everyone's, experience, is a great person. She's beautiful. She's kind. But yeah, Rose Tico sucked. So this is it. This is what this is the abuse she suffered. And immediately her fans said, shut the fuck up to them. Raylo shippers have always been weirdos. They reportedly hacked Adam Driver's private iCloud account and are spreading his personal photos around on Tumblr. Tell me again who the toxic fans are in Star Wars. Look at this. I have several Raylo Adam Driver fans as followers, so I'm going to post this now. Recently, an interview by the Royal Gazette paper with Adam's wife, Joanne Tucker, was posted. It's making the rounds on Tumblr, but not for good reason. Summary below. Fandom's gone toxic. I'm going to say this once. The sheer amount of obsession the fan base has shown towards Driver and his family has always deeply disturbed me. I've had people sending me unsolicited and stolen photos from Driver's cloud storage when I tried to protect their privacy, even though they had to stop talking to a previously close friend because she used Driver's child and fatherhood as part of her personal fetish on a public platform. I've distanced myself personally from this fandom due to this and moved on to other interests that don't involve real life people as much. Wouldn't that be nice? I hope that Adam, Joanne, and their son can retain some much needed safety and privacy. Wow, Raylos are quick to say, stay safe, everyone, after they've abused people. I really hope that Adam, Joanne, and their child can stay safe. I wish them safety. I would like to say to them, please stay safe. You are, you've got to regret being in Star Wars. It'd be okay. Maybe it'd be less awful if the movies weren't so terrible. I mean, it's like, yeah, I was in Star Wars, and crazy people turn my life upside down. But we've always got the work left behind. We've got the Star Wars movies that'll last forever. Nobody's going to be talking about these movies in 20 years. I mean, come on now. Yeah, this is just terrible. These are the new fans Disney wanted. You reap what you sow. So these are the people who right now are mass flagging this channel. They need to accomplish something. You know, it's like if they can't hurt Adam Driver's marriage and his family, maybe they can hurt us. And it's not just going to be me. It's going to be me first and then all of you. Everyone who runs a YouTube channel, everyone who has a platform where they make fun of Star Wars, Disney Star Wars. Why? Why does that matter? Why is that? Every time I think about it, it makes me laugh. Every time I think that this is all about protecting the integrity of the Disney Star Wars movies, I just go, I'm stupid. I mean, it really is stupid, guys. This is a very, very stupid thing that we're fighting against. It is ridiculous. We got a couple of big super chats. Maple Bob 23, thanks for $10. He says, I felt Zack Snyder was done dirty by Warner Brothers, and I'm glad he got to realize his vision. Plus, I get a terrible movie I can complain about. Win, win, win. Here's $20 from Lando Brahms. Thanks for that. He says, I know this Raylo thing happened before. It's so cringe. And your SJW voice is so accurate. My skin is crawling. Can't do it tonight. I'm out. Later, peeps. Be good to yourselves. Well, I mean, it is rough. It's definitely a rough row to hoe with these hoes. But we got to do it together. Let's look and see what's going on in the chat here. Splintering says, some movies have to be protected. We all know why. That's what it is. That is kind of what it is, right? I mean, you know that first of all, Captain Marvel was not a good movie. And, when we make fun of Captain Marvel, they freak out and they get very protective. And you go, well, why? It's not, Captain Marvel is not feminism. It isn't, it's not a belief system. It's just the incompetent product of studio hacks who are trying to, impress a certain demographic, I guess, reaching out for a demographic that doesn't normally like these kinds of movies. It's just a piece of shit. So why are they acting like this? When you make fun of Captain Marvel, why do they lose their minds? And the answer is just because it's an important, its existence is an important cultural touchstone. They were able to get it done. It's just the start. It's a step. The Star Wars movies also cultural touchstones for the far left, for the radical left, and they do need to just protect these things at all costs. It is creepy and weird. Disney hates you. Mickey Mouse is after your Sarah. After your Sarah. Sometimes I don't know what people mean. Ethan harassed someone off the stream. I know. He was just like, I can't take it anymore. He's like, I can't take it. I got to go. Let me see. Ethan needs more inflection at the end of every sentence when sounding like an SJW. Oh, you mean I need to do upspeak? Ethan needs more inflection when standing. Wait, Ethan needs more inflection at the end of every sentence when sounding like an SJW. Yeah. Mouse A Long says, so these feminists are modern day equivalent of 1980s housewives who obsess over soap opera stars, but now they have access to social media and community. And that is the thing. I mean, look, what we do here, yeah, we have community, and we make fun of the product of these insufferable people. I don't think we're after anybody. I don't think we cause any real world harm. These people do. These people seek to harm real people, and they encourage each other. It's pretty it's pretty weird. Yeah, that's Valley Girl. Zach does that inflection perfectly. Yeah, when Zach does SJWs, Zach does Valley Girl. I don't really, that's not really what I'm thinking about when I do SJWs. There's certainly there's a Valley Girl tendency to the way they talk. There's a little bit of that, but it's more like coffee shop, I don't want effeminate coffee shop, kind of, hey, how are you? Yeah, it's not really like Valley Girl, but you can do it. I mean, you know, I would use that on. I would definitely try that voice at some point, or I would use that inflection at some point on when I'm doing a bunch of voices in a row for these people. All right, let me see here. Let me show you guys what's going on. I'm very excited about one important thing. Our little guy, our little slugger, he's all grown up. Shane Davis, look at his little face. He finally passed $100,000 on Starlight Cats, Merlion Rising. And we're so proud of him. We're so proud of him. I took a picture of this and sent it to his grandma. I was like, look, oh, Shane, you did it. Here's our little boy. He's all grown up. Very, very proud of Shane. $101,551. What can I say? We waited for this to happen. And Shane, you are the man. 6 figures, young lady. Great work. And thank you everybody who supported it. Look at his little face. Yeah, that's the new Shane Davis meme, is that he's like an 8-year-old boy. And you just go, oh, look at little Shane. Somebody did a meme of me like I think I was a baseball coach, and you know, Shane is like a little guy. He's a little slugger with a baseball bat. And I said that he wears a t-shirt with a Tyrannosaurus riding a skateboard on it, has a slingshot in his pocket. They put all that stuff together. The creative people in Comicsgate are hilarious. You guys are right on the ball with these memes every single time, and they're just funny. They're hilarious. So congratulations to Shane. If you haven't backed Starlight Cats, I don't know why. I just don't know why. Hang on a second here. Yeah, real quick. Dun, 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 dun. Boom.
Growing up can be rough. It isn't always easy to make friends. Sometimes I feel alone. But then I met Barnaby and learned the truth about all cats on Earth, that they need my help. But the bullies are trying to stop our fun. Together with the Starlight Cats, I can collect all the jewels, so the great Merlion will rise again.
Evil alien rats called the Berrican live to devour all life forms. In this action-adventure 48-page graphic novel, Rebecca is swept up with the Starlight Cats into an intergalactic conflict. Together, they have to find the power to stop the Berricans, who are determined to conquer Earth. Only Rebecca and this elite team of cosmic-powered felines can summon the magic needed to end this universal infestation. This is Starlight Cats Book 1, Merlion Rising. Back this project today, only on Indiegogo.
That is our whittle Shane Davis. Big man now. Big guy Shane. 6 figures, young lady. So congratulations to him. Definitely appreciate it. Appreciate all of you who made this happen for him. Rainbow the Brute. Rainbow the Brute is getting closer and closer to 400,000. Wow, we just picked up. Wow, we're at 393 now. Cool. Just 7,000 away from 400,000. Thank you for that.
New from All Caps Comics, Rainbow the Brute, the last real man in fairyland. A tale of prismatic pain, a spectrum of brutality, and a pretty good dad. Choke slam a unicorn by backing it today, only on Indiegogo.
Yes, indeed. Rainbow the Brute and Cyberfrog 2 Wreck Planet. So we just added this cover here. Let me see. Did I put it anywhere? I don't even know if I did. Maybe I put it in the updates. But we just added the cover for I Spit on Your Hive. Updates. I guess we can look here. Let's find out what's up with the updates. Did I put it there or no? No, I haven't done an update in a little while. I got to actually do an update. Son of a bee. Anyway, this is the cover. This is Heather walking with a hatchet towards an enormous hive ship. I love these hive ships. They're just enormous, and when you see them fill the sky, you know it's over. You know you're effed. Yeah, I just turned this piece in, and Kyle Ritter turned it around with The most devastating colors. I look at it and it's just like Heather looks beaten. I mean, I drew her and I thought she looked beaten when I drew her, but Kyle really added something in her eyes. Like her eyes are bloodshot and she just looks fucked up and she's had enough. And, you know, I love it. I absolutely love this. Everything that we're doing just points towards the direction that the story's going in inevitably, which is, you know, Heather Swain dying miserably and the ultimate failure of Cyberfrog, you know. It's just inevitable. You just see it coming, you know, a mile away. No, probably not. We won't do that. Or necessarily. We might do it, but we're not going to do it yet. Cyberfrog 2 Wreck Planet, the next chapter of the Cyberfrog saga, the biggest crowdfunded comic of all time. Of course, I was just showing you guys all of the progress. Everything's on the water. It's coming over. I'm trying to finish Wreck Planet now. It is, I think it's good. Can I just say that? I do think it's good. I thought Blood Honey was pretty good. I thought 1998 was better. I think Wreck Planet is actually good. I think people are going to go, oh my goodness, you know, this is an actual story. Yes. Those of you, of course it is. It's part of a bigger story, a big story that's going on. I really enjoy plotting it out. I enjoy thinking about these characters. I love Cyberfrog. Snowman, A Cold Day in Hell. Matthew Martin just hit 87,000 as he marches towards six figures. We got to get Snowman, A Cold Day in Hell, and also Trent Kanuga's Creed. Both of these two need to hit six figures. I think that they will. I'm pretty sure that they will. We just got like 3 more backers on Creed. I think that they will. But this is the thing. This year, there haven't really been any new projects launched that have hit six figures yet. You know, Shane Davis has hit six figures, but his project was launched last year. So it'd be great if Creed and Snowman hit six figures. Then we could say, oh, look, two 2021 campaigns that did it. Starblades, Kyle Ritter is going to hit 200,000. We got pricing for the Starblades books today, and I was like, oh, it's like 50% more than I want to pay for these books. Ugh. But that's okay. I like the whole thing to me is like, I want to get these books done. I want them to look good. I want them to ship to Kyle's customers, but I want Kyle to make some money. So I kind of like set a price in my head for what the comics should cost to print. And then they came back at 50% higher than that. And I was like, can we knock that down a little closer to where I want it to be? And I'm not really sure. We're going to try a couple more printers, but we might end up just spending the money, and, you know, what can we do? I'm keeping Kyle in the loop with everything. You know, I'm just like, he has to make these choices for himself. Kyle doesn't want to think about this stuff. Kyle just wants to draw, and he wants to make comics. You know, he wants to color comics. He wants to make comics. He doesn't want to think about business, but you know, it's like I have to keep him looped in, and he's got to make a couple of choices for himself here. The book that we want to make costs a lot, 50% more than we were hoping to spend. And at the end of the day, are we spending the money and getting the product that we want? Is it worth it? We'll find out. You know, I'm gonna see if I can get another price that's a little bit lower. This is a big one right here. John Malin launched this yesterday. Graveyard Shift Volume 3 exclusive variants, and I can't stop staring for some reason at this beautiful Kenneth Rocafort cover. He's got 3 different variant covers here by some great Comicsgate artists, and I only know who the Kenneth Rocafort one is. I think this is Aaron Alvarez or Aaron Alfici. I always say Aaron Alvarez. Aaron Alfici. I think that's him. But who is this? That's not John, is it? That doesn't. It looks kind of like John Malin, but not really. Who drew this cover? Do you guys know? I'm not sure. Does it say? Wait, cover. It's exclusive to this campaign. 60 pages total. Is that John? I don't know what's going on. Anna's here. They're both Alfici. All right. Yeah, like it. Okay. All right. And this is, of course, the incredible the incredible Kenneth Rocafort. Man, this is good. I'll tell you something. I really like the curves on that snowmobile. I really like these pine cones on the ground too. I like everything about this cover. I like the abominable snowman from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer back here. Realistically portrayed. It's just good all around. How does he do this? Kenneth Rocafort is too good. He's too good to be believed. So anyway, you can get this cover and all this cover too, and get this cover. Get Graveyard Shift Volume 3, especially if you didn't back Graveyard Shift Volume 3. John Malin closes down his campaigns. They never stay in demand. He just closes them down, and that's it. You're out of luck. If you didn't back it during the 2 months, you're out of luck. But if you miss Graveyard Shift 3, you can get a variant cover version here. And is there anything else? Oh, you can get Volume 1 and 2 Collected Edition. So you can get this and get a copy of issue number 3. And you'll be all caught up with Graveyard Shift. I got to say, Graveyard Shift 2 was really, really good. It's one of my favorite Comicsgate books that I've ever read. I really, really enjoyed it. I keep saying that. I meant I didn't realize how much I like Mark Polton's writing. But I do. He writes a pretty good action superhero yarn. I'm tempted to check out his other project, which looks Sea Dog. It looks pretty cool as well. Codename Kill Switch. Anyway, all right. So there's that, and that's it. I guess that's all I'm promoting. I guess that's all I'm promoting. Those books right now. Let me see what you guys are doing. All right. I've got another big super chat here. Jose Garcia. Oh, wow. Hi, Jose. Hail, Uncle E. Congrats to Shane on 100K. I will be working on some Cyberfrog pieces this week. Be sure to sign up to my book, Lumina Vox. Vox is a VHOX for the chance to win free bust commissions. We'll be launching on April 12th. Jose Garcia is working on a Cyberfrog story for me. Well, he's going to anyway. Right now, he's just working on a pinup. So, I want to see what he does. But I'm going to write a Star Wars story for him. That'll be a Cyberfrog story for him. That'll be part of Cyberfrog. See how tired I am, guys? I'm sorry. I'm just, like I said, I'm not really with it right now. No sleep. Thank you, Sarah Wayne, for becoming a member of the channel. I appreciate that. Did she have a ski accident? Who? Oh my gosh. Did he have a ski accident? Cecil. Didn't he? Cecil broke. Cecil's getting a nose job. His face is all bandaged up right now. And that's where Cecil is. Adrian Stone, Ethan's being lured away to Lucasfilm confirmed. Yeah, right. Can you imagine? Ethan, we give up. We can no longer take the barrage of your YouTube videos. Will you please allow us to pay you to come over here and write Chewbacca for us? Write Chewbacca's dialogue. Yeah, okay, sure. I'm going to sell out. If they offered me a job writing Chewbacca, I'd sell you guys out so quick. Are you kidding me? And then I'd get there and I'd be like, hey, I'm here to work at Lucasfilm. And they'd say, we were just fucking with you, you idiot. And now we've separated you from your fan base. You sold them out. And I'd be like, oh, no. Why did I do this? Never do that. Brian Rickard says, Alex Jones is a tool, but it's been proven that atrazine in runoff feminizes frogs. I need to see those. I need to see that data, Brian. No, just kidding. Don't send me the data. I take your word for it. I trust you. Believe me, I trust you. EVS is going on Jenny Nicholson's channel. Yeah. Jenny Nicholson is after me now, too. All these ladies. It's so weird. I don't even think of myself as anything. I don't. I think what it is that, first of all, there are bigger channels, that are more effective than I am. The Quartering is a much bigger channel. I think they've got him as a target too, and they're just a ton of bigger channels. But I think Cyberfrog is a real big sticking point for them. I really do. I think this, the success of Cyberfrog and the growth of Cyberfrog, and then the impending growth of All Caps Comics is a major worry for them. And the fact that I celebrate and dance around and have my little sunshine thing and appear to I'm becoming a cult leader, an anti-SJW cult leader, I guess. I don't know what they're afraid of. But Cyberfrog, that cannot be allowed to exist. What do you think? Do you think I'm way off base? Do you think like the success of Cyberfrog, if Cyberfrog weren't doing that well, let's say Cyberfrog was making $10,000 or something like that, and I was barely getting by, they'd leave me alone, right? But I was saying the same kind of stuff that I say here. Yeah. Jeg says, and SARNOFF D's nuts, restore the SNYDER verse. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah, they do hate the sun pick. I love the sun pick. I love that. And I love when other people share it too. It's so funny. They say horrific things and I'm just like, sunshine. All you have to do is just laugh and just have fun. I mean, that's all it is, guys. Who cares? Craig, I'm so tired. I'm sorry, guys. I know this is not a good performance. I need sleep, but I didn't want to let you guys down. I wanted to be able to say hi and do a live stream. Here's something. Any writers here looking for an artist? Says Art Rich Studio. A lot are. I will tell you this. I get messages all the time from people that say, I'm a writer looking for an artist. How can you help me? How can you help me? I'm like, I don't want to help you. How can you help me? And I'm like, let me give you some advice. If you have, depending on how big your story is, you should have $200 per page put aside. It is on you. If you are the one who has written something and are looking to collaborate with an artist, it is upon you. It's like take it as seriously as if you're about to buy a motorcycle or a used car. You should have money put away for them, about $200 a page, because asking anyone to work for free right now in this environment, in this climate, is unfair. And saying we'll split the profits doesn't work. Don't get into an arrangement like that, especially if you're the writer and you own this. This is your story. Don't do work for hire in that case. And so having said that, pencils and inks save about $200 per page. And so I say, don't approach any artist until you have about $4,000 in the bank. And then when you do, say, I'm going to pay you every 2 pages. You're going to get $200 a page, and you're going to get $200 every time you give me a page. I will cut you. I'll PayPal you or something like that. And that's what I do. I pay people usually same day, same instant. That they bill me, I pay them. Because everybody's working and you don't know what people's circumstances are. You don't want them to have to wait for their paycheck. So that's what I would say. And by the way, if you are somebody who has $4,000 to spend on an artist and you go out there and say, I am paying, I'm a writer, I have a story, I need an illustrator, I am paying $200 or whatever you're going to pay per page. I am looking for artists. Please submit to me here. You are going to get your choice. You're going to get 8 or 9 artists that you want to show you their artwork, and you will be successful in finding an artist. But how do you do it? Money. That's how you do it. Simple. Jay Siebert says, dig your channel, EBS. Some of the YouTubers get a little too ranty, and I can only handle them in small doses to the point of cringe. I get ranty sometimes too, though. I become like a preacher over this stuff, and I watch myself back later, and I'm like, ugh. But I feel it, it's like sometimes it is like being a minister. I just feel the outrage of all of this, the anger, the fury of what's going on. And it is outrageous. I mean, what is going on is outrageous. And sometimes I just do start to rant. Bweezy Bird says Keanu's comic is getting a Netflix show. More like his Netflix show got a comic, but yes, good for him. Of course it did. He's Keanu Reeves. That is how to do it. That is the future. The future will be crowdfund. If an actor or a creative person, well, an actor especially who has a reputation already, wants to make an independent movie and can't find a studio to do it necessarily, even though Keanu could, anything he wanted to do, he could get done. He's the biggest star in the world. You could crowdfund a comic book and do it that way. Already with your comic book, you can get a good illustrator. You can have essentially a movie storyboarded already and then make money on it. You know, so it just makes sense. The time has come for the return of the chair stream 2021. Should I just go to sleep and then just leave my camera on the chair? Yeah. Oh, Art Rich was asking for writers, by the way. I think, right? He was asking for writers. F Nasser, people are saying. No, Nasser's a writer. Fo Chung says they fear your award-winning personality. Well, there's nothing to fear right now. I'll tell you that. I'm just, oh my God. How about if I just go to sleep here on a live stream? What if I put my head down on my desk and then just went to sleep and just kept the camera on? I don't think anybody's ever done that. I don't think anybody's actually ever laid their head down on the table and take a nap, you know, on a live stream. I could yawn for you guys and snore. Let me see. Go lay down on the couch and let the chair take over. I can't do it. I mean, it'd be funny, but Cecil says couldn't be worse. Vic King says, imagine waking in a cyberpunk war-torn world and that it may be all your fault. Artifice Reanimate Live, Indiegogo back it today. All right, that's cool, man. Artifice Reanimate Live on Indiegogo. People say that's a bad idea. Andrea would come down and get you. Beanie stream. Sheila says you'd make 400. Sheila, stop giving me bad advice. You do not have my best interests in heart, Sheila. I know you already. These guys, I was stupid enough to show them the commercial that I made in 2009 for the gym I was. I said this like gym. And they said you're particularly successful. Do you want to do a commercial for us? And I said, yeah, sure. They had me come in and do a commercial. And I, you know, it was on TV. It was like local TV and it ran for a long time, but I forgot all about it. And then I mentioned it. I was like, oh yeah, I did a commercial one time kind of for this gym. We found it. I actually helped them find it. I didn't think it was that meme worthy, but it is. It's apparently it's extremely meme worthy. And yeah, it's called Fitness Together. And it's all over Twitter now. So, no, I'm not showing it again. Oh my God, it's horrible. Ethan stared as the before guy. I don't know. CG Con when Pie Man says Ren Wesley. I guess pretty soon, maybe like early next year, because you know, people are starting to do conventions and meetups again. So that's good news. Yeah, maybe we can actually do it. Show it, Pie Man. Do I have to? Is that something that I need to do? Is show you guys this humiliating, awful video? I can't find it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I would if I could, but you know, I just I can't find it. So I'm so sorry. I feel so bad about it. I have so many regrets because, you know, normally I want to give you guys everything that you want. Hold on a second here. Normally I want to give you everything that you ask for. But in this case, all right, here we go. This is humiliating.
My name is Monica Willis.
Shelley Coleman.
Ethan Van Sciver.
I am 50 years old.
I'm 40 years old.
I'm 35 years old.
I gained a lot of weight.
Really had gained way too much weight.
These women, there are no other men here. It's just two other women. I didn't notice this until Sheila Allen pointed it out. You know, why did they only put two women on there with me? Why couldn't it be me and two other dudes that are just like, yeah. No, it's like Weight Watchers. This even looks like Weight Watchers. I went to that gym and it was nothing but dudes in there. Oh, it looks so gay. All right, here we go.
Wait,
I'd become
so
overweight.
Look at my I had hair and I didn't know what to do with it. I had hair and I didn't know how to comb it. Look at it. It's a mess. Give it back to me now. Give me my hair back. All right, here we go.
weight, and it's a good thing I found fitness together when I did. My new fitness lifestyle is fantastic.
How much are these weights?
I've
Somebody
lost
said 50 pounds. Those are not 50-pound weights.
50 pounds.
30
I
pounds
lost 50 pounds.
And untold inches.
The inches are gone. They're
Hold on.
melting.
Let me back this up.
Lifestyle's fantastic. I've lost.
Those are 25 pounders. Right? Or are they 35? I can't tell what those are. You can't really see. Can't see the number on them. It's like a big lady Weight Watcher, Jim.
I've lost 50 pounds.
30 pounds and
How did that woman lose 30 pounds? Look at, well,
The
this
inches
one.
are gone. They're melting away.
Thanks for making happen what I had never been able to accomplish before in my life.
See that
My name
again.
is
Hold
Monica
on.
Willis.
Shelley Coleman.
Ethan Van Sciver.
I am 50 years old.
I'm 40 years old.
I'm 35 years old.
Well, I gained a lot of weight.
Really had gained way too much weight.
I'd become so overweight, and it's a good thing I found fitness together when I did. My new fitness lifestyle is fantastic. I've lost 50 pounds.
30 pounds and untold inches.
The inches are gone. They're melting away.
Thanks for making happen what I had never been able to accomplish before in my
Now
life.
they clipped my line.
My name is Monica.
Oops, I'm sorry. Let me get rid of this. Because I had a very clever line and they said, no, we don't want to use it. You know, and I was I don't know, pissed about it. I was like, why not? Why won't you use it? I said, before I found fitness together, I was fatness alone. They said, no, you can't say fatness alone. And you could hear like a clip there. They took it out. They took the edit out. Fatness alone. Fitness together, fatness alone. Dan Fraga points out that the gym failed you clearly. No, it was good. It was good for a little while. But yeah, we all go back to our old ways. Emperor J. Bomafan says, I was trying to help you out saying they were 50 pounds, Tubby. Oh, yeah, that was you that said that. Those were not 50 pounds. Those were maybe 35 pounds. You know, Ethan has been fatness alone ever since Andrew left. Don't rub it in. Obi-Wan 27883 says, you're lifting 25-inch pies, Uncle. Oh my God. SJWs are calling that gym right now for giving you a platform. Yeah, they shouldn't have given me a platform. Don't you know that you're like helping a Nazi lose weight? He's a white supremacist. You're helping him lose weight. Do you feel good about yourself? What other white supremacists are you going to help lose weight? We want them to die quicker. We don't want them to be healthy. Weight Watchers turns into weight gainers. I watched my weight. I'm still watching it. Can't see over it. Jude Vanillion says, I became so overweight, but then I met Barnaby. Oh, it's funny. Yeah. I was so good, man. I loved it. I rode my bike to that gym every day. It was like 3.5 miles there, 3.5 miles back, obviously. So a 7-mile bike ride, you know, an intense 1-hour workout, complete with an extra 30 minutes of cardio. It was good. My offer still stands. We can be BFF, big fat forever together, never alone. Well, thank you, Tungsten XE. Appreciate that. Fatness alone. That Peloton isn't pedaling itself. Ride a bike through Philly. Yeah, you'll pedal hard if you ride a bike through certain parts of Philly. You better go fast. You better go real fast. All right, let me read some of these super chats. They're all very important. Wu Gambino says, Ethan, you look rather moist tonight. I do. Thank you. Thank you. No, it's probably not something that you say thank you about, right? I mean, moist. Do I look clammy? Moist. Clammy is even worse. Oh, come on. All right. I thought my super chats were down again. They've done that to me before. It's lousy. I can't believe I'm bombing in front of Cecil. Like, Cecil's watching me right now. He's a real pro. And I'm in here just bombing. Is if we were on stage right now, this would be bombing. Thanks for the Patreon update, says Brad Frederick. You're welcome. Thank you, Brad. And Roger H sends me a thumbs up sticker. OC Steve is very eager to get that beanie drop on eBay. When does it drop on eBay, Uncle Ethan? Pretty soon. Pretty soon. I'm not sure yet when. Frothy Tavern says, what's up, Sleazy E? Better DM album, Black Celebration or Songs of Faith and Devotion? Songs of Faith and Devotion is better than Black Celebration. Black Celebration is overrated. There's But Not Tonight, but there really aren't any hits on it, in my opinion. Stripped is kind of a drag. I like it, but it's kind of a drag. Black Celebration is kind of a drag. Question of Time. I don't know. That's a pretty good one. But no, Songs of Faith and Devotion is absolutely excellent. Emperor J. Bama fan says, no endurance, Ethan. We should do fitness together. At the end of the day, woke flake's gonna woke. We got your back, says Burning Beard. Lando Bram says, excuse me, I got something to say. It's better to burn with comic skate than to fade away. Totally. David L says, it's the grift of the trading cards. Yeah, I like that. John Branson says, so I'm a subscriber. Our Patreon backers better than us. Different, better. Okay, I read that one. Let's see. Old Taku says, how far into Wrecked Planet and Rainbow are you? Barely into Rainbow the Brute, just a few pages. And Wrecked Planet, 3/4 of the way through. Lombarski says, mass flagging when EVS live streams, the only case you should open up is a case of beer, and I am. So they campaign just to get called toxic. Snyder fans, how do you guys do it? Says Kamikaze. Yeah, I hope that was a lesson to everybody. How about if we just not give these people our money and attention and praise? Just say fuck you. I think that would be a better strategy, and work on building our own stuff. And I thought about it. I'm just like, wouldn't it be great if Geeks and Gamers started making something? And then I started thinking, I don't know. Not everybody makes things. Some people are just YouTubers. I don't want to encourage people that may not be able to make things like movies to make things like movies. That's the last thing I want to do. We want really, really good filmmakers, indie filmmakers to realize, or maybe canceled people. People who have been canceled by SJWs. Talking to a few of those. I'm going to be talking to Kurt Metzger tomorrow on his podcast about it. Kurt was canceled. I think he was canceled for making some grape jokes. But he's hysterical. Back in 2016, he was working for, my God, he's working on Amy Schumer's show. He was writing her show. I can't think of much worse than that. I think I would rather than have to write for Amy Schumer. No offense, Kurt. I guess you probably don't care anymore. I'd rather not do that. Let me just put it this way. I would rather not write for Amy Schumer. I'd rather not. But I watched some of his stand-up acts, and he's pretty funny, Renetti says, my super chat was skipped. No, I'm coming up on it. Don't you worry. I will get to it. Comics will be $6. Time to strike. E says Max Santiago. The Rat says, hello, EVS. Will you make PVC action figures of other Cyberfrog villains? And the answer is maybe. You can't take anything for granted. Again, when I launched Cyberfrog Wrecked Planet, people were telling me that it wasn't going to even make $500,000. And I believed everyone. I went, okay, well, look, all I need is $200,000 to make all the stuff that I want to make and still make a good profit. So, if I make a third of what Blood Honey made, then we're going to be okay. And then it just overperformed. It super overperformed. And now I think people will say, it's going to do really well. I don't think anybody's going to doubt me anymore. And then that is when hubris takes over, and that is when you fall. So my expectations always need to remain low. I don't expect much. Things could change. I don't know why this is happening to me. I am the luckiest boy in puppet land. I'm really, really grateful that this is so far things have gone so well, but it could change tomorrow. So, Cyberfrog 3, I think, is going to do okay. And if Cyberfrog 3 does great, we're going to do the Heather Swain PVC. If Cyberfrog 4 does great, I'd like to do Rumblebee and Scorpion PVCs. But it's not in my hands. It's like you just have to kind of just expect and hope to do okay. And then, if you do extraordinarily well, just be pleased. So, yes, I would like to do those PVCs. I'd like to do a lot. I mean, there's no end to the amount of ideas that I have. Russian Bob says, well, when are the hats going on the eBay store, Uncle E? All right, so let me expand upon that because that's two people who have asked. The problem is this. The hats are here. We have all of these. I've got so many of these. The problem is that I don't want to sell them to you guys until everybody who backed them gets them. They're fulfilled. Now, we shipped out a bunch of packages to people who only ordered the beanies. But the baseball caps aren't here yet, and the hoodies aren't here yet. And a lot of people ordered all three of those things conjoined. So even though, so the people who ordered all three of those things are waiting for the hoodies to get here and the baseball caps in some cases. We could separate it and split it up, but it would cost too much money. Essentially, shipping a package, shipping a beanie costs about $10 to ship, and they paid about $10. So it's a rough situation. My thing is just to wait and delay. But then on the other hand, it's still cold out. It'd be great to ship beanies now. Yeah, I feel like I feel like I'm caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't know. I can't let down my backers ever. I will not let down my backers. So my backers have to get served first. And that's where I find myself. So I'm like, yeah, I'm tempted. I would like to throw them up there, but on the other hand, it just makes sense to sell them right now. But on the other hand, I'm waiting for the hoodies to come in, and the hoodies are going to be in this week. And so that's a good thing. And, maybe people will understand and wait for the baseball caps, and we can ship the baseball caps in April. I did already tell people they're not getting here until April. And we'll just double the shipping. As long as we don't have to break it down into three shipments, we can break it down into two. I think that would be okay. So if you ordered a baseball cap and a hoodie and a beanie, we will send you the hoodie and the beanie, and then you can wait for the baseball cap. We'll ship that separately. I think that's a good plan. And at that point, that's when I'll sell the beanies on eBay. But backers have to come first. So, and I hope you guys understand. I don't want to be the guy whoever. The customers always have to come first. The backers always have to come first. Let me see. Jimmy Owen says, I love you, EVS. Oh, I read that. Pie chart. Always thinking of pie, says Rhino4563. Lord Sandwich says, if you want to be controversial, check out The Company Men by Kino Sabi. Company Men. Jeffrey Riley says, this is the hardcore chat nerd Roddick used to be before he mellowed and his mods took over the chat. Yeah, I don't want anybody censored in the chat. Unless they start saying weird anti-Semitic or racist stuff. Mods, be on the lookout for that, by the way. I will say that, YouTube's terms of service does say that, the chat is could be considered, So if people are saying extremely crazy racist things in here, they are obviously plants. They're SJW plants, and they need to be timed out and their comments deleted quickly. I know I don't need to say that because you guys do a really, really good job of that. But my wrenches protect this channel, please. That's why you have wrenches. All right. I appreciate you guys. But everybody else, if you want to just come in here and call me a dickhead, you're allowed to. That's always been okay. All right. Let me see. How deep in the Goodwill bin was that shirt buried? What, this shirt? Oh, this shirt? This is an expensive shirt. What do you mean? You guys have no taste in my clothing. My clothing is great. It's official. EVS likes eating pie charts now, says Amateur Anth. Vic King says, imagine waking in a cyberpunk war-torn world, and it just might all be your fault. Artifice Reanimate is live on Indiegogo. Back that today. Wu Gambino says, EVS, you look rather moist tonight. C Ant says, do a pit up for Malin's Visions book. Don't be fat. I can't. I just can't. I don't have time. I would love to, but I just don't have time. I got too much stuff that I got to do for my own campaigns. John Branson says, you answered my questions about subs versus Patreon members, but You then listed exclusive benefits for Patreon backers. As a sub, you see my problem? What's a sub special benefits versus Patreon backers? See the problem? Yeah, the sub has access to the community tab, private messages for subscribers. To be honest with you, I don't do too many of those things yet. Too many secret messages, but you also get exclusive subscriber trading cards that are coming in. So that's the thing. Orbital 1970 Goat says Toxic Ooze created the Ninja Turtles and they turned out okay. Fans should be all right. Toxic, I know. How could anybody call this live stream toxic? How could anybody call Comic Artist Pro Secrets toxic? If anything, we are fertile. Our imaginations, our attitudes, flowers grow here. Toxicity would mean that wonderful things didn't grow. They couldn't grow. They would die. That's what toxicity implies. And that's not what happens here. I mean, we grow great creative talents and ideas, and we turn them into how could any of these things exist in toxicity? How could this Cyberfrog toy? How could this happen if this were a toxic environment? Turn around, Cyberfrog. How could he exist? Things grow here. Very, again, contrary to what they say. Fertile. All right. Ethan, you're always correct about those companies, says Alberto Monsanto. Well, thank you. Frothy Tavern says, Ethan, please play the first part. Oh, please play the first part of Uche versus Mr. H's heated argument on Uche's channel, and you and the chat will crack up. Well, I don't want to do that because I don't really trust Uche to not strike my channel, copyright strike my channel, because he doesn't like me right now. I had no opinion about him. I watched that. Somebody sent me a link to it. I watched it. So Mr. H Reviews made a video calling Uche stupid and a bunch of stuff, for what happened with Zack Snyder on the Geeks and Gamers stream. And Uche said, come on my channel and debate it. You guys should watch this if you want to. It was the first 5 minutes are Uche just being like, turn your camera on. What the fuck? Like yelling and screaming like he's about to start like fist fight, which is silly because, Uche's in like Atlanta and, Mr. H is in the UK somewhere. They finally settled down. And Mr. H I really like Mr. H. I just heard about him recently. Watched a couple of his videos. I like his calm demeanor. I think he's a thoughtful guy. I think he's intelligent and adds a lot to this community in YouTube. So I really enjoyed what I've seen of Mr. H. And then I enjoyed watching Mr. H talk Uche down. And Uche started to explain what had happened to him. And Uche, I was just talking a minute ago about being like, between a rock and a hard place. I feel bad for Uche after hearing what happened, because I think in a way Uche admitted to being stupid to Mr. H, which was interesting how Mr. H manipulated that situation. Uche said, well, maybe you're not grossly incompetent. You're just, or whatever it was that he said. Maybe you're just stupid. And you got to watch it. You got to see it to believe it. But in any case, Uche explained that what actually happened was, he, as an NFL player, was involved with this, got this charity up, talked to Zack Snyder, was able to get him on the phone, talked to Warner Brothers, and they said, oh yeah, sure, this is great. And the Geeks and Gamers crew was involved. Zack Snyder was down with Geeks and Gamers. He was cool with it. He was ready to go. And then the studio called like 1 or 2 days before the charity. Maybe it was 7 days. I can't remember what it was. But anyway, it was probably because of the Raylos and their essay that they wrote just saying, these guys are alt-right. These guys are critics of Star Wars that are alt-right haters, and they're contributing to spreading hate for Lucasfilm. All you have to do is say spreading hate. You say spreading, Ethan, are you spreading hate for Disney Star Wars? Well, sure. It sucks. I mean, it sucks, okay? And I will tell people it sucks, and maybe I'll come up with a decent point, and other people will agree. Yeah, I don't like it now either. I guess I am. I guess that's what I'm doing. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. That's the only problem. The only problem is I don't think it's a crime or a sin. In fact, I think it's good to spread hate about Star Wars, Disney Star Wars. They're lousy movies, and people should deeply dislike. People should actually feel hatred in their hearts for the gross expenditure of hundreds of millions of dollars to create shit and destroy an entire beloved franchise. If you don't like that, if you feel feelings of dislike, which may turn to hate for the stupidity of what Disney Star Wars is, a bunch of idiots with a bunch of ideas and no clear, coherent storyline, taking George Lucas's Star Wars, the biggest franchise, pop culture franchise of all time, and just pissing all over it. And creating the first trilogy within Star Wars that nobody is ever going to watch again, that made no sense, that undid everything that came before it, that disgraced every single one of George Lucas's characters and concepts. Am I spreading hate? Is this me spreading hate? You know, yeah, I guess so. I guess I dislike that. It was a waste of money. It was a great big waste of money, and they spent the money to kill Star Wars. And it makes me feel like Lucasfilm and Disney bought Star Wars to kill it. You know, it was one of my earliest videos. That was my suspicion about, you know, this. And it sounds paranoia, but it is weird. Okay, it is weird. And you think about the fact that the money that they spent to kill Star Wars could have fed starving third world nations. That money could have been spent uplifting people out of poverty. If you want to get liberal about it, these are the kind of liberal ideas that are at least decent, that, you know, are decent about people. Liberals these days, the far left, are all about hurting people. Why? Why are they doing that? Well, because they're racist. They're bigots. They've always been bullies. You know, they're into bullying. In the old days, a good way to bully someone was to be a racist. You know, the KKK are bullies. You know, white supremacists are bullies. You know, attacking somebody because of their physical attributes, their immutable attributes, like the color of their skin, is a way to, you know, bully someone, to bring them down, to drag them down, to make them feel horrible, and to, you know, destroy their whole lives. Well, it's switched around now. Now people pretend to be super woke. They do this woke anti-racist play acting in order to accomplish the same purpose. They accuse other people of being racist. It's interesting. I was thinking about Renfamous the other day. You've got Renfamous, who's a clown bitch on the internet every single day, trying to destroy people, trying to talk down people who are anywhere to the right of far left on the internet. You know, is somebody who used to, and we're talking about just a handful of years ago, her advocacy on the internet was about turning fire hoses on homosexuals who were demanding their marriage rights. They just wanted the right to get married. And Renfamous was on the internet, swear to God this is true, saying we should turn fire hoses on them. People have all these screenshots of her. Super homophobia, like promoting violence towards the LGBTQ community for what? Asking for the freedom to get married? It's crazy. And at some point, you couldn't do that anymore. And she gets her kicks now with her play acting, her pretend, you know, super woke, accusing other people of being exactly what she was and probably still is. That's how it is. That's the world that we live in today. So anyway, Uche. Getting back to, I just went off on it. Oh, I'm awake now. Good morning. All right, so getting back to Uche and Mr. H. Uche gets told that everything's okay. You know, Zack Snyder. And by the way, Uche, if you're watching this, or I'm sure you'll hear about it secondhand and then say, fuck that guy. That's fine. Correct me where I'm wrong. But Uche heard from Zack Snyder that everything was okay. He was going to come on to this charity stream and promote it. Other people were going to be there, but Zack Snyder was certainly the big draw for this charity stream. And so Uche went out there and said, you know, like, hey, Zack Snyder's coming. He's going to be on my channel. I'm a Geeks and Gamers channel. and therefore, we're going to do this charity. And something like 700 people, again, check my numbers, they could be fuzzy, 700 people donated to the charity after hearing that Zack Snyder was going to be on it. Okay. And then what happened? So Uche's like, this is great. This is awesome. Then what happened was Zack Snyder called Uche and said, hey, Geeks and Gamers, I can't be associated with them. Optics, I can't be associated with them. So, you have to take them out of here. We're supposed to remove their logo. They can't be a part of this. Now, at that point, Uche found himself in a real tough spot because he had told the entire community that Zack Snyder was going to be on here, and then he told the Geeks and Gamers and all this thing. So he could have, and probably, what Mr. H was saying was he should have just said at that point, well, then I'm sorry, it's a shame, but we have to rescind your invitation because you are not going to tell us, you don't get to make the rules of this charity. It's not about you. It's about suicide prevention. We thought you cared about suicide prevention. You were supposed to be here in spite of whoever you're standing on a dais with. Former presidents of the United States that used to be at each other's throats are able to come together and share a dais and sit together as former leaders of the free world when the cause is bigger than all of us. And this cause is bigger than personal internet beefs. It's bigger than politics. It's bigger than bullshit. So, somebody like Zack Snyder saying, I'm not coming on because some crazy Raylo bitches accused you and your friends of being alt-right, which is defined now as a person who doesn't like Disney's Star Wars. Evidently, that's what it means to be alt-right. I can't appear with them because then they're going to come after me, thinks Zack Snyder or Warner Brothers. It's going to be poor optics, for us to raise money for suicide prevention next to people that were outright Nazis, according to the same women who are harassing Adam Driver and his wife and hoping that their child dies and that she, interestingly enough, kills herself. So Uche was faced with this situation. I could either be honest or I could try to bullshit my way through this. And Uche, I think, chose to bullshit his way through it and just hope that nothing happened. Like, I'm not going to tell, all right, look, Jeremy, you can't be on the show, but maybe a couple of other Geeks and Gamers who are like, Ryan, these guys, they can be on there. And it just didn't make any changes. And so that's why this all happened. Again, I could be wrong, but that's what I heard last night when I watched this video. When I watched this video, that's what Mr. H got out of this situation. So I would say kind of like shame on everyone involved, but I feel bad for Mr. H because that is certainly an awkward situation. But the honorable thing to do is always think about the cause ahead of the clout. The clout is bullshit. The clout is fleeting, and your honor and the honor of your customers and your fans and the donors to this charity will always be more important. Always comes down to that. It always comes down to that. That's what we're all about here. Why? Why do we do this? Why is Comicsgate? Why does it exist? Well, it exists because of incredible disrespect displayed to customers, paying customers in the comic book industry. That's basically it. At the heart of it, that's what it is. After all, if social justice warriors made comics that people wanted to buy, Comicsgate wouldn't exist. There would be nothing to complain about. Look, they improved comics. They showed up and they decided that diversity and inclusion and all this stuff was the foremost concern of storytelling. And everybody agrees with it, and it leads to much better storytelling. Much better stories are coming out of this. So what do we have to complain about? And since they're so diverse and inclusive, they're certainly treating the customers with the respect that they deserve. That's what you would do if you were all about compassion and kindness. You would care about your customers more than your own ego or your pride, and you would be looking out for them, right? We wouldn't exist. That wouldn't be a problem. The problem was these people showed up and placed their agenda ahead of all of you, ahead of all the customers. And that's first and foremost. And then they placed their agenda ahead of their primary obligation in mainstream comics, which was to protect and steward these characters and IPs and franchises that have been around for decades, were created by better men who have died, passed on, and we've inherited the responsibility to protect these characters and pass them on to another generation. And they completely failed at those obligations. I remember how, it's funny now, what a sweet kid I was. I really took that seriously in my 20s and 30s. I've got Flash. It's so important to me that, you know, I hand the Flash off to the next generation better than, you know, I found him. I got to keep the vision of Flash. I got to make it right. I got to keep it so that it's consistent with what Carmine Infantino was drawing back in the 1960s and late 50s. I got to do that. That's my job. What a sacred honor. What an important task. Fucking weird. But anyway, that is your job. That is definitely your job. And they failed at that. And because of that, that's why Comicsgate's here. And that's got to just expand outwards. That principle of are the customers being respected or disrespected? Comes before everything. It's got to come before your desires. In this case here, it's like I could make a lot of money by putting my beanies up right now on eBay. I'd make a lot more money. If I were thinking only about me, that's what I would do. But I can't. I got to think about my customers. And that means sometimes I'm going to lose money. Usually that's what it means. You're going to lose a little money. But customers are first, no matter what. Ahead of your ego, ahead of your own needs, ahead of everything else. Because they're, you know, they need to stay. Your customers need to stay. If you don't have your customers, you don't have anything. If you don't have your customers, all you are going to have are needs and wants. If you don't have your customers, you're not going to have your ego either. Your ego is not going to be supported by anyone. My ego needs to be supported by you guys. So that's why I'm going to treat you with respect. I need to feel like I'm better than everyone. And I can only do that if you guys if you guys continue to buy Cyberfrog. You guys continue to buy Cyberfrog, I'm going to continue to feel like I'm better than everyone. So anyway, that was interesting. That was I feel like I learned a little bit of a lesson, and I feel like I feel sorry for Uche, you know, over that situation. That was a real tough situation to be in. But again, you're only in those situations because you allow those people power over you. You know, when you decided that you really, really wanted Zack Snyder to come on the stream because it was going to make everyone look cool, they were going to get to borrow Zack Snyder's clout, you also allowed them control over your charity. And that was the big problem. You allowed them control. They got to dictate. Suddenly, it didn't get to be the Geeks and Gamers charity anymore. Now it was the Zack Snyder and Warner Brothers charity. When Zack Snyder was only a guest star. Nobody fucking invited Warner Brothers. Why are they getting to have a say? This is the customer's money. This is our money. This is our fans. This is our community's money. Imagine this. That money could have been put to a million different things. It could have been put to, again, a short film, a video game. It could have been spread around the Comicsgate communities, comics campaigns. Instead, we were all devoting it towards this charity, this charitable cause, because we all agree suicide prevention is important. And, you know, it was supposed to be our expenditure. We had the right. We have the right. I didn't donate to it. I'm glad. I will donate privately and then brag about it on social media about what a great person I am. But I mean, this is the thing. Like, it's ours. It's our stuff. We don't need to share. We don't need to share anything that we do with people who hate us, and we never should. And you have to understand right now, they do hate us, because if they didn't, this wouldn't have been a problem. This just wouldn't have been a problem. It would have been fine. Sure. This is, this charity's far more important than internet squabbles or personal politics, and I will sit next to anyone who agrees with me that suicide prevention is important. So, anyway, that's a big, again, another big rant based on one super. I guess that super chat was money well spent. I hope. I don't know. Let me see what you guys are saying now. Wow. What is going on here? I'm sorry, I'm trying to find where I left off. A lot of super chats. Thank you. Oh, okay, mass flagging, EVS live streams. Where's the thing about you guys telling me to look at this? Uche. Hardcore. Yep, you look moist tonight. Toxic ooze. Oh, Frothy Tavern. Okay, yeah. David L says, do you still have a P.O. box? I have an extra Bomar Monk, the spider guy, for your job as Palace. Oh, cool. Yeah, I do. It is P.O. Box 607, Marlton, New Jersey, 08053. So, yeah, sure. I check my P.O. Box only like once a month, though. So, if I don't immediately say thank you, it's not because I didn't receive it. It's I haven't been over there. Usually when I get my P.O. box, they have everything piled up in a cart for me, and I have to unload it in the back of my truck. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Shooter McGavin for $5 says victimization or victimism is a form of currency, and the world, especially Twitter, is full of counterfeiters. Ooh, that's beautiful. Victimism is a form of currency, and the world, especially Twitter, is full of counterfeiters, fake victims. Yeah, that's why they do that. I was saying this today. They all sit there and victimize people. They sit there and go, the white supremacists, we have to report them and throw them off of social media. We got to do this together. Who are the white supremacists? People who dislike Disney Star Wars. They're making videos. They're monetizing videos about how much they hate Disney Star Wars. That's like the worst shit. That's obviously white supremacy. And we got to throw them off of Twitter. Okay, we've done it. Have you reported them? Yeah. Have you made everybody nuts and full of anxiety? Have you ruined a lot of people's nights? Worried about, whether or not their favorite YouTuber is still going to be around? I'm probably like your 15th favorite YouTuber. Maybe I'm somebody's first favorite YouTuber. I hope so. I like to think that maybe that's a possibility. Okay, everyone, stay safe. Be careful out there. It's scary. These people are the fake heroes and the fake victims of their own stories, and they are the worst people on the face of the earth. There has never been a worse breed than the people that we've got right now. These weird, super, oh my God. And they all say the same things and behave the same way. SJWs are the worst people the devil has ever made. I want to say God, but I cannot blame God. I just can't. I know he did, but I can't. John A. Douglas says, as promised in our Twitter exchange, here is some money to buy a pie. Keep up the good work. God bless and hail Caesar. Thank you, John A. Douglas. Marnu says, just got my all caps beanie. It's great and really soft. I love it. And it comes in a cool bag. Wait do you see the hoodie bags? They're great too. Smashball says, oh, for $10. Thank you. Your SJW voice is not only legendary, but also 10,000% accurate. And then a lot of laughing until crying emojis. Thank you. Lombarcy says, crazy weirdo SJW, the board game. I can't. The problem with it is that, it's like you want to call SJWs all manner of nasty things. But, you're also trying to not sound like them. I mean, they use so much profanity just unnecessarily. Sometimes I descend into that kind of profanity and I really don't like myself for it. So crazy and weirdo are the two words that I started using on my channel. And I just came up with weirdo. I don't think I ever heard anyone else say weirdo. People were calling SJWs other things. I started calling them weirdos because, what are you going to do? They are weird. Everybody can agree. These people are weird. They have, they make up genders for themselves. They have different weird colored danger hair. They all look roughly the same. Like all the males look like my Soy Boy sketch. They're just weird people. I mean, imagine sitting around just being like, your whole identity is, I wish Daisy Ridley Ray with Adam Driver, Kylo Ren. I don't know. I think that's a level of mental illness that I don't want to spend too long thinking about. I'm hoping that I don't have to think about that for too long. That's just insane. To Warner Brothers executives, the fandom says you will pay the price for your lack of vision. P.S. This is just a reference to a good Star Wars movie, says Alberto Bonsanto. Space Windu says, here's the new female Star Wars fans they wanted. Yeah, there they are. You just open the door for them. Good job. And that's the thing about it. You know, when you talk about, their whole thing is just, we want things to be safe. We just want safety. I mean, I do too, I guess. What is unsafe about liking Star Wars? Oh, here it is. Raylos are going to find out where you live. Raylos are going to find out where you live. They're going to try to deplatform you if you're against them. If you are the target of their masturbatory fantasies, they are going to hope and pray publicly on the internet that your wife dies, that your child falls out a window and breaks their skull open on the pavement. They're going to describe that in colorful detail. That doesn't seem safe to me. I agree. I want Star Wars fandom to be safe. These people need to go. There is nothing unsafe about me saying that Star Wars sucks. It does. It's less safe for me to not say that it sucks. That's dangerous. It might lead to people making stupid mistakes, like making another one. Don't make another one. That's a lot of money. You're going to spend $300 million on another one of these pieces of shit that you didn't even write? You just got some arrogant, round-headed asshole who said, I don't know, I think there are probably other places. Here's my idea for a Star Wars trilogy, Miss Kennedy. There are probably like other places than Hoth and Tatooine, don't you think? Out there in the galaxy. That's where I'm going to start. That's a good start, you dickhead. And Kathleen Kennedy just went, yeah, all right. He's going to get to do a trilogy. This is Rian Johnson. He makes me feel comfortable. You know, these other directors that I fired, Lord and Miller, their solo film, they directed 80% of it. 80% of Solo was finished by the guys who did Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. I guess it was going to be funny. Kathleen Kennedy saw it, fired them, scrapped all that footage. We should say, where's the Lord and Miller cut of Solo? Frankly, I'm curious. I would like to see it. You know. Just firing everybody. How many directors did Kathleen Kennedy fire that made her uncomfortable? That's weird. That was really weird. Anyway, yeah, I agree. I want Star Wars fandom to be safe. There's nothing unsafe. If anything, it's protective of me. I'm looking out for. Good looking out, E. Looking out for Disney. I think it's unsafe. Fandom is made unsafe by, crazy women, feminists, usually, and their soy boy allies. These guys. I mean, these submissive, baby-dicked, soy-sucking pussies. You're the problem. You are absolutely the problem. You allow this to happen. You allow this to happen. You don't say anything. And you allow this to happen. Good job, guys. They're not going to fuck you. Got news for you. They're fucking each other. Micropeens, yes. All right. That's the problem. The problem is that these people are harassing the actors and actresses of Star Wars, and they don't ever want to come back. Rey, John Boyega, these guys, this lady and this gentleman, they don't ever want to do Star Wars again. They want to put that in their rearview mirror as fast as they can. So I would call that dangerous. I would call that dangerous. Let's keep fandom safe. Remove these people. All right. I felt Zack Snyder was done dirty by Warner Brothers, and I am glad he got to realize his vision. Plus, I get a terrible movie I can complain about. Win-win, says Maple Bob 23. So these feminists are modern day equivalent of. Oh, I read that. Looks like you found the 50 pounds you lost, says Emperor J. Vama fan. Yeah, I did. Christopher Stankley, thanks for a unicorn sticker. Who needs Raylo when there's Peasel, says Braden Dykstra. Jose Garcia, I read. Thank you, Jose. Divine Legend says, hello, Ethan. I'm a 25-year-old. I have no college degree. I'm a very ambitious artist, and I'm wondering, where do I start to pursue an art career? Where do I go? Your first set, your first job, your first mission is to find a way to get paid for your drawings. How can you get paid for your drawings? For me, I was a young man in high school. I entered every single art contest and won them all. And the thing about me is I did one, cheated. I would spend the whole year doing one piece of artwork, just an immaculate pointillism drawing of the Beatles or something like that. And then I would just tour it around to all the art contests and I'd win them all. Just with one piece of artwork. Then when I was 17, I worked in the Cherry Hill Mall doing caricatures. A caricature stand opened up. This guy had a caricature stand. He was in his 30s. And I was a kid. I'm 17. And I walked in there. There were all these other these guys are, and then these guys are in their 30s and they're working at a caricature stand. And I'm just, I at the time I was like, wow, these are grown up cartoonists. And now I can't even tell you how depressing I find it when I really revisit that with adult eyes. But 17 years old, I auditioned for a job. Everybody wanted the job in my high school art class. They're hiring at the caricature stand. And I'm going to go. Well, I went and did it. And I had to draw my brother Josiah. And I had to draw a passerby, and got the job. So I started becoming accustomed to getting paid for my drawings, just in a very little way. And it kind of branched out from there. You have to find your own ambition. You have to decide what it is that you want. Yeah, it was pointillism. Yeah. And then go for it. If you want to become a comic book artist, then what's stopping you? Do it. You don't have to ask other people how to do it. I didn't. Just do it. Figure it out. A lot of people here who will help you. A lot of people here will point you in the right direction. I would say use hashtag Comicsgate to find the community, and they will find you. We'll find you. People will want to, talk to you and work with you, especially if your art is really good. How did you pick the name All Caps, says Stonewall? Well, my channel is called Comic Artist Pro Secrets. The initials for that are Caps. And I thought about calling my comic book company Caps. And then I realized All Caps was something that was being said on the internet all the time. Turn off your all caps, you're shouting. And I just thought that was kind of cool. And it's all Comic Artist Pro Secrets. It works on several different levels. And it is a cry for attention. Like when you use all caps, you want attention. So I like that too. It's like, look at me. I just think it's a great name. Your boy Zach hated it when I told him. He's like, I don't like that at all. I was like, it's so clever, Zach. You don't think it's clever? I think now he thinks it might be clever. But no, it isn't. It's stupid. Oh God, I still like it. I really do. All Caps Comics is good. Blue-Eyed Scorpio says Pi feminizes EVS proof equals his jacket collection. Oh please. I gotta say, I'm getting a lot of messages from girls saying, "Where do you get your jackets? Your leather is hot stuff." I'm like, oh shit. My jacket collection is too feminine. Like I have jackets that girls want to borrow. That's not good. That's not a good sign. Oh God. J. Siebert. Oh, I read that one. Keanu's comic. Yeah. Pretty limited selection in the teen section of Big and Tall, says well-read user. Fo Chung says they fear your award-winning personality. Oh, yeah. Are you going to watch the Snyder Cut, says Jose M. I watched 20 minutes of it. I might finish it. You know, I'm not like religiously opposed to watching the rest of it. I'm religiously opposed to watching anything Disney now. You know, I'm sad about it in a way because I have to. Like, me not paying for Disney Plus is a protest. Like, I can't do it because of the Gina Carano firing. So it is a boycott. It's, you know, we all have our voices and, you know, our money and all that stuff. And I'm just one person. I know I'm not a lot of people, but I am not supporting the company that fired Gina Carano, especially not the way that they did and for the reasons apparently that they did. I am not going to give them a single penny of my money ever again. I'm not buying any toys. I'm not going to go see their movies. I am not going to do any of that. I'm just not. So I'm not going to watch Disney Plus. That means I'm not going to get to see the end of WandaVision, but people told me it sucked anyway. I liked, and the sad thing is I really liked WandaVision. I would have liked to have finished it, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to like spare myself. I'm not spare myself. I'm going to deny myself WandaVision and Mandalorian 3 and Boba Fett. I just don't care. I don't give a shit. They ruined it for me. They ruined it. They're cruel. They're a cruel, biased, and unfair company. And that's it. As for Warner Brothers, they're just stupid. Like I'll watch stupid shit. Sure. My problem with the Justice League cut isn't that I find it morally objectionable or especially morally objectionable. It's just that I'm bored by it. So, watching it, I might watch it in chunks. Like I'll sit down for 20 minutes, watch a little more of it. But I don't care at all about it. I don't care. It's another, people are like, you got special thanks. I'm still hearing people telling me about, we saw your special thanks. That must be a real kick. And it's like, I don't care. And the other thing is that having a special thank, this is the other thing that I forgot. And I got to remember this now. It's like, maybe it isn't so good to have a special thanks in there. It's like, it's just one of these things. SJWs are always looking for a way to hurt you or humiliate you. So it's like, you got a special thanks in Justice League. We're going to see if we can get them to pull it from you. We're going to see if we can get it released, like in the video release, the DVD Blu-ray release. We're going to see if we can get them to remove Ethan Van Sciver's special thanks because he's a bigot. It's like, could you just not? How about if you don't do that? How about if you don't put my name in as a special thanks? And how about if I just allow me to not participate in all of this? Allow me to not participate. The fact that I still, have comic book people saying you're a stain on the comic book industry. I'm like, you know what? I honestly, I'm not in the comic book industry. I'm just not. I'm not in your industry. Stop contacting me. If you're not a customer of mine, stop contacting me. I don't care what you do. I don't care what they're doing. Every now and then I might comment on it and be like, making these comics $6, not going to help matters. It's going to make things worse. It's a temporary Band-Aid. You're just trying to make it look like, you're earning more money here. It's not going to sell more comics. The number of comics are decreasing. They're declining. Cyberfrog, meantime, sales are going up. Actual numbers of comics sold. Wreck Planet surpassing Blood Honey. So that's good news. That's what we want to do. But yeah, leave me out of it. Leave me out of this whole thing. Don't put my name in anything. Send me a check so I can, tell everybody about it. But don't put my name in things. Stop mentioning me in articles. I keep getting these notifications on my email because I have my notifications set for my name from like 2009. I don't know how to turn it off. And I get these messages that are like, it's an article in CBR and it mentions your name. And I'm like, what are they saying? I click on it and it's like, they're talking about some Flash thing. And they're like, so-and-so created by Ethan Van Sciver and Jeff Johns. And I'm like, stop mentioning my name. Just stop. Leave me out of it. Just say Jeff Johns. I want to be like a Polaroid picture in Back to the Future. Were they Polaroid pictures? Yeah, Polaroid picture. I just want to slowly fade away out of that whole scene. Disappear. I'm fully realized over here. You're over there. I'm over here. better this way. But that's the thing. See, they it's like ultimately what they want is they want something to target. What can they do to embarrass you? How can they deplatform you in some way? Even if it's something that you don't care about, what can they do to deplatform you? And that's how these people operate. So again, I will non-participate. CGCon when Pie Man, says Ren Wesley. Oh, I answered that. Fragaboom says, play it, I'm paying. Okay. Days of Clarity says, everyone should quote all your anti-racist statements back at these lunatics on Twitter and everywhere else. Use propaganda against them. No, because here's the thing. Like, what they do is they go, he's a racist. And you go, I might say to you guys, just in case you don't know, it's like, I don't hold those views. And by the way, actual racists, people who are white supremacists, would never deny it. They wouldn't deny it. They're proud of it. Okay. Like white supremacists, people who actually do feel and believe that white people are superior to black people or any other ethnicity are proud to tell you. They would never deny. They wouldn't say, no, I don't think white people are equal to everyone else. They would never say that. They would not say that. They would not deny it. They'd be like, let me tell you a little something about race realism or something like that. It's like, that's how they actually are. I will, I don't hold those views. But the minute that you say that, then the answer is, this guy denies being a racist. It goes nowhere. It's a trap. It's a booby trap. Boobies. Hello, Ethan. I'm also available to illustrate comics, says Vernetti. My fee is $50 per page for black and white, $100 full color. That's Vernetti there. Fragaboom says the gym failed you clearly. Emperor J. Obama fan says, I was trying to help you out saying they were 50 pounds, Tubby. Let me see. SJWs are calling that gym right now for giving you a platform, says 70x times 7xx. Jude Vanillion says, I became so overweight, but then I met Barnaby. Tungsten XCX, I read that one. They shouldn't give you a platform. It might break, says Lowkey 07. These are some pretty vicious disses. These are some icy cold disses. You guys are delivering the icy cold hand of the icy cold diss right to my face. Right to my face tonight. Let me see here. Were you at your thinnest in that video, says Rin Wesley? Probably almost. My thinnest was 220. I was probably like 230, 234, 235. Jay Gatt says, I would like to see a svelte EVS. Might not be in my future. Big Tech says, Ethan's favorite level in Donkey Kong is the Pie Factory. I love that. That is true. It's easy too. Jeg says, lose weight. You're leaving grease smears on pages. That's a lie. Amateur Ant says, EVS learned how to eat pies from that gym. Look at the form he has lifting those weights. Keep it up, says Jared Weaver. Thank you. A bit late. Did you already say if you'd seen the Snyder Cut, says Jose M. No, I didn't say, but, I'm not really that interested. I will see it. I probably will see it. People say the ending is really good, so I'm kind of curious. Cecil says, flop sweats are sort of like exercising. Sort of. Orelby Surreal says, I used to be Dominican, but after EVS radicalized me, I'm still Dominican. Good job, man. Hey, thanks. Lombardi says, you read my first super chat twice. Get some sleep. Orbital 1970 Goat says, when is the chicken fry PVC coming? Oh, wow. That would be cool. What if we made a chicken fry playset? It's a chicken fry covered with, that would be the best playset. You know how like Spawn Alley, they had Spawn Alley? My Cyberfrog playset for the action figures would be a chicken fry that is halfway covered in Vespis hive material. That'd be so cool. And then you could fight the Vespis in a chicken fry. Yeah. That's what I would like to make. God, that'd be cool. I just want to make things. Blame WB, not Snyder. Snyder is a friend to fans, says Jag. Evidently not. Zero Depressive says, going for Tim Pool's beanie market monopoly. Yes, I am. Let me see. Jag says, you're missing the context where WB threatened to pull the Snyder Cut if he didn't disavow. I don't believe that at all. Jeremy said the logo was supposed to be pulled weeks ago. Yeah, I know. I don't believe Warner Brothers said if you don't disavow Geeks and Gamers, we're not going to release this movie we spent $70 million on. That isn't reality. That's virtual reality. George Peter Gatsis says Joe King is living on Indiegogo. 2 books, superhero sci-fi action adventure, 240 pages total, full color. DM me to get a free spaceship with the books. So that's George Peter Gatsis promoting Joe King on Indiegogo right now. Go check it out. Slimer Snarf says Kryborg, Ray Fisher, just tweeted some specifics about his Warner Brothers situation. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Alberto Bonsanto says, now the SJW say that the Flash in Zack Snyder's Justice League is a creepy stalker because he touched Iris's hair while he was saving her from the car accident. He had no right. He didn't have her consent. He molested her at super speed. Yeah, that's absolutely, that's consistent. That's consistent with SJW, Me Tooism. So I'm not sure that I disagree. It's like, no, you're not supposed to do that. If there are standards, like if they're setting up standards, if Bill Cosby can't give a woman drugs and molest her, and we all know that he can't, he's in jail for that, then what is the difference between that and the Flash moving at super speed beyond the ability for somebody to stop him or say no? Like, he is touching her in an affectionate, familiar way at super speed, faster than she has the ability to say no, stop it. And there's no way that like she had consent. So I find that to be consistent. And again, just it's just not, that's just not cool. I would say that's not cool. It would have been cool 30 years ago, but now, I mean, it's like, dude, that is a no-no. Let me see. Stump fights a 5,000-year-old monster from ancient Eastern mythology in Stump number 2 live on Indiegogo now, says Nathan Rosario. OC Steve said Mr. H was treated horribly. Uche is a Duce canoe. Yeah, I've never seen anything like that. I was like, you need to settle down, dude. It was like he wanted to fight, but then he immediately backed down. Like, Mr. H is a calm and reasonable guy who was just like, hey, at first you have to raise your voice, I guess. He said, stop being a fucking idiot. I don't know what it was, but it's a good video. Like, it will raise your blood pressure and it'll give you a headache for the first 5 minutes. Pargonaut says, can you please get Jeremy to stop climbing the Reichstag dressed as Spider-Man? His Twitter spurging is insufferable. Climbing the Reichstag dressed as Spider-Man. That's an interesting analogy. I'm not sure I get it, but interesting. Eric McIntyre says, God created the wicked for judgment. Dollified says the new Star Wars fans will identify their gender as tree. Oh, that reminds me. Yeah. I saw this. I gotta say, SJWs are becoming hilarious. They really are becoming hilarious. It's like almost, you would see this and you would think that it was a joke, but it really isn't a joke. This is how they communicate with one another, and these are their ideas. And you are, you are not going to believe this. Hold on a second. I just blew it. Get out of here. Every day I screw up in some way. Every day I find a new way to mess up. But don't worry, I don't think we messed up too badly. Okay, so imagine this. This is the way that these guys talk to each other. These are their ideas, and I can't relate to this, and I don't know if you can either. I truly cannot relate to this. Here's somebody named Rose of Dawn. Do not contact any of these people at all. This is not because they did anything wrong. This is just their ideas. Even if they did, do not contact them. Rose of Dawn says, Gay Times using the wrong pronouns for this guy because even they realize using tree self as pronouns is fucking stupid. Love Simon Star, Keenan Lonsdale. Who are these people? Reveals preferred pronoun is tree. He wants to be called a tree. This person, Serafina McGrath, says, why is it stupid to respect someone's identity? Using the right pronouns for trans and non-binary folks cuts the suicide rate by 50%. Hardly a big deal for you, but it means a lot for them. Try applying some compassion before you jump on the bigot bandwagon. And this person, who doesn't really seem like a bigot to me, says, are you seriously suggesting with a straight face that someone would commit suicide if I didn't refer to them as a tree? So they want to, well, I mean, look, is it like that? Like they're going to kill themselves if I don't say that you're a tree? The response is, not in every instance, obviously, but how would you feel if they did? And you had literally erased their identity beforehand? Maybe nothing, because you don't give a shit. Refer to me as a tree or I kill myself is the mindset of an emotional abuser, says Rose of Dawn. I like Rose of Dawn. You're literally just a Nazi. See, I see this and I just go, nothing means anything. You know, it's like I was really upset in 2017. Nothing means anything. This word doesn't mean anything anymore. I mean, my name is Tree Trim. Those are my pronouns, Tree Trim. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. That is where we are. Just a birch fleece. Oh my God. It's the end of the world, I guess. I don't care. If it's the end of the world, fine. I give up. Nick Nero says 2024 Trump will be back to finish what he started. Then Junior can step in. Oh, that'll be nice. Nick Nero says, think Zach and the fans are being attacked because they've lost control. Oh, I think Zach and the fans are being attacked because they've lost control. The hit pieces, the canceling, the trash movies, it'll all catch up to them. Peter's Fat says, I apologize for the seemingly pointless and cryptic chats I've sent previously and for my cryptic brethren. God bless you, glorious bastard. All right, well, thanks, Peter's Fat. Apology accepted. Grand Theft Auto says, hey, E, who actually made the Kelly Sue DeConnick coffin dance video? Was it you? I laugh every time. No, and I wish I could remember who it was. Those of you who edit together music videos, if you want to make a music video and send it to me as an MP4 that is along the lines of that, or something that is sort of distinctly Comic Artist Pro secrets that you think would be a good contribution to this channel, please do it. You know, this is my show is very similar, I think, in spirit to the Howard Stern show, where listeners would send in all the music and all of the things that just kind of made that channel more interesting. So I'm definitely looking for more of that stuff. MIO5 goes, you were far more effeminate in that commercial. I was working for Mainstream Comics. Mainstream Comics teaches you to be meek. You cannot be a noisy, you cannot be a man and work for Mainstream Comics as easily. I swear to God, they don't want to hear, they're afraid of you. You have to learn to talk like this. Guys, in the new issue of Impulse, can we find a way to make people feel more included? Is it possible? I think that should be our goal from here on out. I think we should make people feel more included in Impulse, DC Comics. It's very important. Tell that to Staranko, says Random Task. Well, he's not working in comics, is he? They find him abrasive. This is the whole thing. It's like, what I could never, I wouldn't be able to, I would not be, me, the real actualized EVS would not be able to sit in the same meetings that I used to sit in. I just wouldn't be able to. I would vomit. I would absolutely vomit. Terrible, terrible, terrible. You know, just moistness. Vera Dark's here. She says, inclusion good, toxic privilege bad. By the way, hey, community of mine, community of ours. Let's not make this about me and my community. The community around me. Stop unironically using their words. If you see people saying privileged, this is like, you see someone saying, you have privilege. Stop it. Stop saying that. Stop saying that. If you say toxic, say it ironically. There are actual men who work in real toxic scenarios. They're working with chemicals. They're working with sewage. They're working in actual toxic work environments, and they manage to do it for a paycheck. These pussies around us right now are refusing to work and are causing trouble for other people because people are not calling them tree. People want to be called a tree. That is not toxic to not call somebody a tree. It isn't toxic. It could be not nice. They want to be called a tree. Okay, call them a tree. But don't use these words. Don't use these buzzwords anymore. Very, very silly. Oh, man. Imagine. Sitting there up to their knees in actual human feces in a sewer, fixing a sewage regulator. And it's like, from what I understand, Star Wars community is toxic. It's toxic to be a Star Wars fan. That's interesting. As someone who hated Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman, Zack's Justice League is good. Thumbs up, says Trevor Nickel. Okay. Yeah, I'm hearing good things about it, mostly. Swinging Cod says, I canceled that night, too. I got Disney Plus free through my phone plan. It was BS. Francis Barrett says, I have heard you can pirate all the shows for free. Yeah, but I don't want to watch them. I don't want to participate. They're dead to me. I cannot pretend. I don't want to just see their shows and enjoy them. If I was going to see their shows, watch their product, or consume it, I would actually pay for it. I do not wish to consume the leavings of a company filled with people who hate me and everyone that I like. I don't want to do that. All my friends, my customers, I don't want their product. I'll make better product, and I will. And Matt Becker can't stop me. I will make better product all day long. Sup EVS, I just opened my copy of Blood Honey, and so far it looks awesome. Hey, thanks Prime Wolf. Thank you for your support. Amma1313 says it's a pirate's life for us. No, I don't. Well, you can do whatever you want. It's not for me. Hooters, Yum, Yum, Yum. Great name. Says $6 for a floppy. Nope. No. Yeah, I mean, it's just it's a little too much. Because, I mean, if you're a comic book fan, you are going to be reading, I don't know, between 5 and 10, maybe 5 and 20 comics a month. So now you're paying $6 for them when $3 was really too much. It's too expensive for people. It's too expensive of a hobby every month. To pay $6 times 5 to 20, it's too much for people. Frankie Ramon says, just some guy video, Deadpool manga sold 650,000 issues. Yeah, manga's crazy. Berserker did really well too. Berserker did really well. I mean, the sales are there, the fans are there. You can sell comics, just can't be garbage. Divine Legend says, hey, just got back home. Did you get my $5 message? I think so. Amateur Ant says, I know I have flash-like speed when I'm in the bedroom with a woman. She better get hers before I get mine. It's an overshare there, my friend. Old Redneck Nerd says, non-woke coder needs a prototype concept character developed for a game I am working to get my company to develop. Want to avoid PC artists on the staff. So there you go. Need a prototype concept character developed. Eric Winberg says, 10:01 Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for the tree clip. It's worth it, says Eric. All right, very good. Sultan of Zanzibar says, I identify as Lord Master, my liege. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. All right, let me see if there's anything else. Boom. Oh, Bruce Lombardo says, as far as I know. Hold on a second here. Oh, right here. Okay. As far as I know, I'm the only waste tech that drives a fecal matter sucker truck. My boss has me training his plumbers, and I am the person who will be at work tomorrow, happy and hungover. Prost. Antonio Rashilo says, invite Steranko to For the Fans Fest. And that's that. Thank you guys for the super chats. Very, very, very kind of you. Appreciate it. Young Rip is in the chat. Hail Rippa. I got to go to sleep, guys. I got to go to sleep. All right. So I'm going to say I'm so tired. I hopefully the show got better towards the end. I will see you guys again soon. Probably tomorrow with another, unless I'm okay. Again, for those of you who weren't here earlier, my channel is being mass flagged by Raylos. They could bring it down. I mean, my channel could come down at any time now. So we don't have tomorrow. We are not promised tomorrow. We're only promised today and togetherness right here in this moment. I would say go find Comic Artist Pro Secrets on Odyssey and subscribe to me there. All of my videos will show up over on Odyssey. I am taking down live streams here just because I'm under attack. And Umbrella Guy says, never leave a live. I got like a nice talking to from Umbrella Guy. He's like, never leave a live stream up. We don't do that. That is making yourself a target, and you're a target right now. I agree, but it will go over to my Odyssey channel. So all of these live streams will go over there. And that should be at least one measure of defense. But in any case, it doesn't really matter. Whatever happens will happen. If I'm not here tomorrow, find me on Odyssey. I'll explain it to you on Twitter. We'll survive it together. But yeah, we've got crazy people trying desperately to take my channel down. I mean, it is what it is. Thank you guys. I love you all. And I will see you again soon in one way or another. Bye-bye.